Hey guys, welcome back to We Need to Go Deeper, the podcast that's too deep for you. I'm Green9090, and with me is... Oh right, you guys can't remember orders.
I don't know who I am,
Alpaca
Green.
Patrol.
That's me!
Last Grey Wolf.
What's up?
Zen from Zen and Cyrene.
That's me!
And Cam.
Hi.
It's my line.
Alright, to start today off, Rob says he has some more video gaming news, so...
Yeah.
resident news anchor.
Yeah. I have.
Rob, take it away.
I have one bit. Well, I have a couple things, but none is as world shattering as last week's. But basically, one piece of news is Trials Evolution, the extremely popular Xbox Live arcade game that came out last year, will be on PCs on the 22nd of March. Which is pretty damn ballin', because I guess that means they're finally out of their stupid exclusivity agreement. Which is nice.
Exciting news for me particularly, because I hope that means that Spelunky's getting close as well, because weren't they released roughly the same time?
Within a few months, yeah. I think 2 months apart, maybe. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So...
I actually played Trials Evolution extensively on Xbox Live Arcade, and it has just a ridiculously good map editor.
Yeah.
It's just, you can do anything. You can make games on it.
Yeah, I've seen that people have made, first-person shooter games and, top-down strategy games. I think people made chess in it.
Yeah, man.
Crazy shit.
The best I could do was make a skee-ball game, and it was awful, but, God, it took, a good 3 days of work to get that game working. But it's a very intuitive, once you learn how to do it, map editor.
Yeah, I mean,
it seems cool.
It looks like it even rivals StarCraft 2's map editor in some respects, which is pretty darn good, you have to say. Especially considering, you control it with an Xbox controller. I'm sure optimizing that shit must have been tough.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It was really weird. Some of the controls didn't seem right at first, but it's just kind of a thing you have to learn, and it becomes second nature.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm excited. The game itself was also fun too. Just the physics-based, motorbike games.
Yeah, it looks cool. It looks like Meat Boy-like in the, not necessarily in the gameplay itself, but in the feel of it.
You instantly,
you try and...
you instantly get a retry once you go down. You can just spam that button and go.
Yeah.
Well, in other news, modders apparently made an unofficial sequel to Warcraft 3 in StarCraft 2, which looks pretty ballin'. I don't know if you guys ever played Warcraft 3, but it's pretty awesome.
Afraid not.
Tiny bit. When I was young. Yeah.
Never actually got the chance.
It is.
Maybe that was Warcraft 2.
Warcraft 2 is pretty good too, except if you think that the AI is shitty in StarCraft or Warcraft 3, then you are in for a surprise in Warcraft 2, because that AI is goddamn terrible. Seriously. The worst thing ever. But, so Warcraft 3 is being remade. They have their own original models that look like... honestly, from what I can tell, they released the first trailer. And from what I can tell, it looks like I think they might have pulled World of Warcraft models into StarCraft 2, which makes sense, and would be smart if they did that. You used to actually be able to do that. Yeah, you could do that in the Warcraft 3 map editor, except, when I was playing on my old piece of crap hardware, and that's not even the one before this one. That's the one before the last one. I couldn't even run World of Warcraft models in Warcraft 3, but it's pretty cool. It's cool stuff.
Yeah, good stuff.
I was expecting you guys to play.
That was
RTS players.
so interesting, Rob.
Well, I thought more of you guys maybe played Warcraft 3 since we're all so into Dota. But anyway,
I played StarCraft, and that game was ballin'. Seriously ballin'.
Why didn't you switch over to Warcraft 3 when that came out? If you played StarCraft a lot.
Well, I played Warcraft. I played Warcraft once, and then I played StarCraft at the same time, and I was like, well, future robot machine gun fighting, or trolls and fairies fighting each other in Warcraft, and I was just like, all right, future robot machine gun fighting, because I didn't have time. I was in high school, so I had to make a choice.
Well,
I had to make a choice.
Well, sounds like you chose incorrectly.
Yeah, I guess so. But my favorite custom game, I guess you would call it, in that was the tower defense game.
Well, there's a lot,
like
but yeah.
the creep defense.
Mhm.
Oh god, that was so much fun. And
Yep.
on a related note, we should talk about Field Runners too.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, yeah.
It's
It's
Yeah, it's a game.
yeah,
That is
we
a game, yeah,
recently I checked my YouTube inbox and I had a review code for 5 of them actually for Field Runners 2, and I still haven't played quite enough of it to make a video on it. But it's a tower defense game.
That pretty much explains everything.
Yeah, you just, you put up. You've got some towers that do damage over time. You got some towers that do slowing. You got some towers that do burst damage. Tower defense game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not like crazy, groundbreaking at all. It's pretty much just a well done tower defense game. But it's one of those games where it's like, yeah, I'll play this for half an hour because I have half an hour before class and I don't want to play an hour long Dota game. And
Yeah, I think the problem that we all agreed on though was the marketing strategy that was used.
How's that?
Pretty awful. Well, in the game, you use coins to buy new towers, and they're pretty expensive, and you get very few coins for actually beating a level.
Okay.
Well,
At least the early levels.
yeah,
We don't know how it scales yet.
but if on the right, pretty much every time you beat a level, it'll tell you, "Hey, do you want some more coins? Because if you go ahead and like us on Facebook and tweet about us, you'll get some more coins."
yeah, but
That's
the thing
awful.
It's like,
I'm not
come on.
entirely against that. I know you guys are like, no, I don't want that in the game. It wasn't completely obnoxious, and it also doesn't affect, like, it's not a competitive game. You're not playing against anyone
no,
else.
it's not
Yep,
in your
that's a
face
good
or
point.
anything.
It doesn't affect
Yeah.
really anything except for your advancement in the game, and they have to market themselves
It's
somehow.
not that it's not.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not that necessarily it's a competitive disadvantage or anything because it's not a competitive game. It just leaves kind of a sour taste in your mouth because, it's kind of like what you were talking about last week's podcast about, like, when a company's trying to market to you and it doesn't feel
Yeah.
right. It's the same kind of,
Yeah,
same
what-
kind of idea.
what you're doing is trading. Like you have to be responsible for spamming your friends on their behalf, and they pay you for that.
Right.
True. Yeah, true
You know?
enough. But what I'm saying is, it wasn't like, it's not like I'm like, yeah, I love that, but it really isn't so much of a turnoff that I'm not going to appreciate the game for what it is. Like, it wasn't obnoxious. It didn't pop up in your face, and it didn't say, like, in order to advance, like us on Facebook. It really
It
wasn't
really
obnoxious.
did pop. It really does pop up in your face when you're done
Yeah,
with a level. Half of the screen is dedicated to like us on Twitter and
That
Facebook.
is such an exaggeration. I
Just
disagree.
seeing the Facebook and Twitter logos on a game is just wrong in its own right. I mean, that shouldn't be in the middle of your gaming experience in any game, unless you're playing Facebook game. In which case, why are you playing a Facebook game? But it's bothersome. And there's so many other ways. Like, instead of making you like their shit on Facebook or posting to Twitter, why not have like some kind of system where you complete a challenge and earn coins that way? That would be fun, and you'd feel accomplished as opposed to just going and clicking a button and bothering your friends about a game they're not going to buy.
Or
It's
release
like-
the game for free. That's the other alternative,
Yeah.
I think. Is because
Yeah.
that's I think what makes it so egregious.
Part of it is, I think maybe they were kind of designing for the wrong platform. Like, they put it on Steam, and it really seems more like just a kind of Facebook game.
It's
Well,
a mobile game.
it was an iOS
It's ported
game to
from
begin
mobile. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
Oh,
Well-
cool. Rob just dropped out of the call.
Oh
Okay.
well.
That's gonna be fun to edit.
There goes.
Yeah,
He's back.
Yep, sorry about that. I tried not to talk
That's all right.
during the Audacity.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a strategy that people need to realize is not good, and gamers, and not even just gamers. No one wants to see that pop up while they're playing a game. I mean, it's not good
Yeah.
strategy.
I still
Yeah.
contend that it did not pop up. It was like a small portion of the right side of the screen. And
Yeah, I don't know.
It wasn't so obnoxious that I got pissed off.
My thing is, it's actively encouraging spamming, which I just think is straight up the wrong way for them to go.
Yeah, 'cause
Like,
we
if-
didn't
if you-
mention that you could do a new Twitter post every day and get more coins every day.
Yeah, exactly. So if you spam your friends every day with Field Runners 2 shit, then you get a lot of coins. How much is that really going to help them compared to just making a game that's good enough that people want to tell their friends about?
Exactly.
Legitimately, because people are going to be able to tell this is spam. Like, it makes you put a pre-written message into your Twitter, the same one every single day. It's not...
Mhm.
It's just bad practice. It's a poor idea on their
Right.
part, and I think it was implemented poorly, and it is kind of an offensive way. It makes me feel icky about playing the game.
Yeah, it does. I agree. The second it popped up, I was just immediately put off and felt like I didn't want to play the game as much as when I had started.
You know, I think it's also one of those things is that that's such a bloated market anyway that really any negative aspect will be highly emphasized in your
Yeah.
mind, and I think that's also part of the problem. Like, I'm kind of leaning towards the side of Cam as well, of just like, you know, if it's not terribly offensive and it doesn't like stop you from doing anything, then I don't mind it so much. But I mean, then you have to, if you're gonna do a business model like that, you have to consider that, you know, one, you're making people pay for it. Two, you're making people go on Steam. Three, what's probably happening is it's probably minimizing the game and putting it on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, and that's shitty. And you know,
Yeah.
I think all those reasons, it doesn't really make sense. If they made it a browser game and they paid for it by advertisement and they offered that as a thing, like I think there's a really popular browser tower defense called Kingdom Rush, which I think recently got ported to mobile. And it does a similar idea, but it's a free game, so I don't really care. It's a pretty fun game. I played a bunch of it. I enjoyed what I could out of it. I mean, that's the thing about tower defense in general, though. It's just it's such a bloated genre anyway that
Right.
Yeah, exactly. If I log into this game and I'm put off by the Twitter and Facebook, and I could just go play It Works Must Die or something, it's like,
Right.
oh.
Right, just talking
Yeah.
about the gameplay itself, and at one point when I was playing the game, or not one point when I was playing the game, did I feel like this was not just your run-of-the-mill, everyday tower defense game. There literally nothing convinced me otherwise, and that is kind of disappointing, because, again,
Yeah.
it's, as Rob said, there's so many out there.
Yeah, and it's a well-done tower defense game, but I'm tired of tower defense. So
Right.
I'm having trouble enjoying it and looking past the flaws. If it was a great game, then I would probably play it in spite of the Twitter and Facebook stuff. But as a mediocre game, I feel like it really is not in a situation to get away with that.
right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm one who isn't quite tired of the tower defense genre because I haven't played one in so long, since StarCraft, really.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's still a game for me where I play it for maximum 10 minutes, try and beat like one level, and then I'm pretty much done. Like, it's not, I don't think, if they were aiming to make it a game where you sit there and play it for hours on end, then, you know, they've failed.
No, I don't think
But
they.
I
I
doubt
don't
that
think they were. They
yeah.
made it for mobile. So
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
actually the
exactly.
antithesis of their
Yeah.
thesis.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. I doubt that they were. So,
Right.
I mean, if they want to do a Facebook-like thing, it is a mobile game. I really don't mind that much because I'm playing 10 minutes of it, and I don't have to see that pop up more than once every day at most.
Yeah.
If it were in Dota, I would be pissed as hell. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty
Oh, that would be so funny. You win a round of Dota. It's like, tell your friends about your victory and get a free item.
Oh,
that would be like the worst thing in the world.
That
But
would
see,
be really
Valve
bad.
wouldn't do that because they know that that's shitty.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're assholes. They're not assholes.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're a bunch of assholes. Fuck you, Gabe Newell.
fucking Valve.
Well, I guess we're not going to have him on the podcast next week.
yeah, we had them
Yeah,
slated
there
up and
goes that
everything.
schedule.
Actually, to come full circle, that's part of the reason why, come full circle to Warcraft 3, is, I played loads of tower defense. I mean, it all started in those RTS games of, like, the early 2000s, late 90s, tower defense,
Mhm.
and I'm just so tired of it, in general. But, it seems fun, seems competent.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree. If you like tower defense, you'll probably like Field Runners too, but you'll probably like all the other tower defense games as well.
Right, there's a bunch
exactly.
of there's a bunch
That's
of
my
free
opinion.
ones as well that are really competent as well. Kingdom Rush,
Yeah.
is a good example. So next news item, is the rocket blasting off because the developer of the new DayZ is not the new DayZ, but basically DayZ
Right.
standalone outlines DayZ's future, and they are not going to have a mod for Arma 3, which I don't think anybody really thought that they were, but he made it completely clear.
I thought they were making something in the Arma 3 engine, but a standalone game.
No, actually, basically,
That's not true either.
yeah. Basically, what's happening is they're working very closely with the Arma devs because they did get signed to the Arma team, or I think they were working for the Arma team like midway through the DayZ development. so that they could get everything working properly, even though they totally didn't.
Right. Well, I mean, better than it would have been probably.
I guess, yeah.
But yeah, it's all cobbled together. Arma 2's netcode sucks in general, from what I've heard. So
Yeah.
it was just kind of always an uphill struggle from that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think they're working closely with the devs. I remember hearing, now this could all be a lie, so do not take everything that I'm about to say with a grain of sand, but I thought I remember hearing that they wanted to, like, purchase CryEngine 3 for
Wait.
DayZ.
Purchase or license?
License, yeah. I mean, yeah, obviously
Okay,
not
I was
purchase, yeah.
No, they just want to take it. Like,
We're
instead of
taking over
Crisis 3,
Crytek.
DayZ 2.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm interested about DayZ,
But,
the standalone, is what is its price point going to be?
But is there even like a timetable for its release?
Supposed to be this year.
Not- Yeah, something like that.
I actually still have the DayZ mod. I was never able to play it that much because my old computer couldn't handle it. And I guess since I have a new computer, I probably should try. But from what I was able to experience for like the 30 minutes that I was able to experience, it was a really fun game.
Yeah, it was really unique. It made a lot of decisions that are unusual in video games, and I think that's what made it so successful.
You know what?
I'm really.
Sorry, go on.
Go ahead.
No, all right.
I'm really excited to see what it plays like when they have their own engine and can build it from the ground up to support what they're doing. Because there were a lot of like annoying buggy things
it was buggy
in
as
DayZ.
hell.
Yeah,
It was crazy buggy.
Really
Just getting into a
frustrating to
server
play.
was a pain in the ass too.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. There's a lot of frustrating things about the game.
what I was going to mention was it seems, when I saw it originally, what it seemed like to me was a three-dimensional Project Zomboid, if you guys had ever seen anything about that game.
I have seen a
kinda
little
saw
bit
it.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I own that game, and it's pretty cool. I mean, they've had a really shitty development cycle, and it's pretty terrible for their team. Like, a bunch of, I don't know if you guys heard about the rocky development cycle for them, but, like,
Yeah.
like they had a fire and lost a bunch
Lost-
of code,
Oh,
and then
yes.
later on they had, like, all of their laptops stolen, or, like, one of the laptops stolen with the newest patch, and they had to
Yep.
restart. It's just, like, a bunch of terrible stuff.
God,
But,
that was awful.
like,
Yeah, wasn't that the one where they had the Kickstarter money and the people were trying to hold them accountable for the shit they had lost?
oh, I don't know. I
Is
was
Isn't
pretty
that
sure that.
Code Hero? I mean, that's a whole separate project in which the guy just took the
Ah.
Kickstarter money and was never heard from again.
Oh no, well that's a lot of Kickstarter projects, but
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
true.
this one was unique in that they got Kickstarter money to make the game and then
No.
ran out of money because of tragedies.
Oh, yeah,
I-
yeah. I don't know.
I don't think that they ever did a Kickstarter. As
So
far
it might
as
be
I
a
know.
different project then.
Yeah, they should do a Kickstarter. I don't know why they don't. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they've done a Kickstarter. But they should. I mean, it's a really interesting game. It's the same kind of thing as DayZ, except it's isometric, so like you get the
Right.
view of like StarCraft kind of. But it's cool, you micro your food, you micro your thirst. You don't really actually micro your thirst. You just have to keep water in your inventory, and he drinks it.
Right.
Yeah, and you have you have all these ratings. There are no like HUDs or anything. Like you just have these ratings for like it'll tell you if you're hungry, if you're really hungry, if you're sick. And it's basically like it's similar to a roguelike in that, well, I mean, it just says permadeath. But basically, if you die, you die. However, it has some really cool aspects like after 2 weeks, the electricity shuts off. After a month, the water shuts off. So you have to find, replenishable sources of water and stuff within that time. And if you die, and you've lived for, say, like 3 months, and then you die or something, then you could go back into that world after everything is messed up, and it's all, like, whatever you did in that world. And there's some crafting stuff, like, you can build wooden... They added some, like very little crafting stuff so far. But, the idea is there, so you could construct a little shack or something, and things like that. But they don't make any qualms about... that's not the proper word, but the game starts by saying, this is how you die, so there's no way to win the game. You just eventually die, is the thing.
Right.
It's a cool idea. It's a pretty
Yeah.
fun game as well. That's what DayZ seemed like to me.
Yeah, it's very
To be honest.
similar. Except the multiplayer, I think, takes it to a different place.
Yeah. definitely.
Yeah, lots of stories about psychological warfare in DayZ.
Mhm.
You know, like you know, befriending somebody and taking over a town with them, then shooting them in the back of the head, stuff
Right.
like that. Just psychopathic stuff that you can't really do in any other game.
Oh, I saw a really funny DayZ video of there was this group of 12 people, 13 people who had all just kind of gotten together and were like surviving together. And this one guy who wasn't a part of the group, who was recording a video, accidentally got into the group. Like they didn't realize he wasn't supposed to be part of the group. And he was in with them, like playing along, and they all were all in this building. And then slowly people start to realize that no one knew who the guy was. But they did. But then, out of nowhere, they all just started shooting each other, and no one trusted each other, and the whole group just
man.
died. And this dude just walks away.
Wow.
Like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah,
And it was really funny.
people do crazy things when their virtual life is on the line.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
an
it's
unrelated note, have you guys seen played Don't Starve since the new patch?
Yes.
You have.
No.
The food decays now, which is
Yeah. Yeah, people have been
wow.
telling me that.
yeah, it's
That,
crazy. Yeah, and just after like a day, it'll be at like half health or something like that. I don't know. And man, that's not good for me because I'm terrible at the game, and and I try to stockpile as much food as possible. And if you
Yeah.
add something to the stack, I'm not sure because I haven't let any food decay, but it doesn't increase like the level of its decay. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't prolong the decaying of your stack.
So that food just goes into the stack and decays at the same rate.
Yeah, I feel like it might, but I'm not entirely sure. Like, I
Hmm.
haven't let anything decay fully yet. And it's just so annoying because now I feel like I'm on a timer and the stress just builds up and then I just eat it all in one sitting.
And then you throw it back up. You're like, oh, why am I so fat?
What have I done with my life?
Why am
Don't
I
starve
playing a video
bulimia.
game of my life?
yeah. And then I start playing Don't Starve after that. So,
Right.
Right. Yep. But yeah, that's gonna be interesting for me. I actually, when I logged in, I didn't realize what it did because I had other things on my mind. I was being chased down by a tall bird for like an entire day. But yeah, that's going to make things really interesting for me when I come back because my strategy as well is basically just carry around the largest stack of roasted berries that I can, and then I never have to worry about food. I just like top it off whenever I can and eat other stuff whenever I find it, and I never have to worry about food. So it's going to be really interesting having to like consistently worry about finding food.
I have one issue with that game, and it happened today when I was recording again, is that goddamn turkey is unkillable.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Just
you
an
need
idiot.
sleep darts to kill it now.
You
Really?
cannot
No, yeah, Rob. They
kill
yeah
it.
they made it. They updated the AI a lot since we were playing, Rob. They you can't trap things against walls anymore.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah. I
Also,
figured
tall birds
that's what
chase
was
you
happening.
forever.
I figured that's
Just-
what was happening because you guys were like, no, just trap it against the wall, and then he would just run out of the way, and it's like, you can't do that. You
In
just
fairness, in fairness, it used to work, and it's totally something that you would do to just chase them the wrong way.
Yeah. You did. You
Cam
did.
X Turkey in the chat.
can't. Fuck that turkey. Fuck him. I'll kill him one day.
They're actually called
And then
gobblers.
Gobblers,
Goblins? Oh, goblins.
Yeah,
Goblins.
goblins.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's it.
God.
Yeah, they're actually just goblins in turkey suits.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah,
that
to
funny
trick,
noise.
Yeah.
to trick the
Tricky.
pilgrims into coming closer.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I think the trick to killing those things now is that you need a sleep dart.
Hmm.
And then
Okay.
they fall asleep, and then you can slaughter them. And to get a sleep dart, I think you have to kill a certain type of bird.
Yeah, the
Forget.
crows. Yeah.
Yeah,
You need the
it's
black
going to require a
feathers.
lot of science. And like this is all totally new to me, so I'm going to have to
Hmm.
start from scratch here and figure out all this shit. So it's fun.
Yep.
It's exactly what I was hoping for with my Don't Starve Let's Play, in that I don't really know what's happening, and I almost fucking died to a tall bird.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, a tall bird egg. I'll just grab that because they only chase you like 10 feet.
Yep.
And then you just wouldn't stop until nighttime.
Yeah, it's funny,
Yeah.
Don't Starve and Project Zomboid are actually very similar. And it's interesting why I like both of them at the same time. They're very similar in a lot of ways. Just of how the food management and all that, and trying to make a
Yep.
sustainable environment for you to live. Except you have zombies in Project Zomboid, obviously.
Right.
And, like crazy.
Yeah, and in
Tim
this
Burton-esque
one you
creatures.
have Dogs.
Fuck those hounds. Those hounds are assholes. Like,
They're
seriously.
fucked up, yeah. I'm not looking forward to my first encounter. I should really start carrying a log suit with me. I'm
Yeah.
not looking forward to having to, like, throw my backpack away to put on my log suit, but
That's pretty easy.
better than dying.
You just wreck
No,
your
I
log suit.
No, I just mean, like, you can't take off your backpack with items in it. You have to just drop it.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I would lose everything in my backpack if I got attacked by dogs, is what I'm saying.
Oh, no,
That
you don't.
sucks.
I mean, unless they patched it and
Oh.
changed it. I mean,
Well-
I would just drop off my backpack, put on my log suit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just played it today.
Oh, then stand and fight 'em, yeah.
And that's
Okay.
how I solved the problem. Was I was just like, okay, I'll just keep the log suit in my backpack until I need it, and then I put on the log suit and put my backpack in my inventory with items in it and all. So I don't know. Maybe
Yep.
I'm wrong, but
I mean, I would drop the backpack on the floor.
Huh.
Yeah, and it still had the stuff in the pack and all that.
Right, yeah, it still has the stuff, but you can't, like, take it with you.
oh.
No.
Oh, wait, can you, like, mouse over it and carry it and do that?
Yeah, you
would
can.
be
Probably, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, you can't swing
Oh,
anything
man.
with your log suit on.
Right. It's a,
I mean, I would just
That's
drop
a
it on
funny
the floor,
exploit,
go into combat, and then like pick up my backpack later after I've murdered everything, because I am the
Right.
master of murder. But yeah, I mean, it's always
That
good to
makes
keep a
sense.
spear and a log suit with you, just in case you get into some serious shit.
right.
Yeah.
No, you cannot have backpackception and Don't Starve because, like, you can only have items in one backpack. I'm pretty sure, anyway.
Mhm.
And if your backpack isn't worn, then it can't have items in it. It's hard to explain, but no, you can't. Like, no.
No.
I totally wasted a bunch of meat morsels today, by the way, because I didn't realize
Oh,
that.
good.
I went to the pig camp, and I thought that if you just fed them and they followed you around, they would just keep following you around forever. And I was like,
Oh,
great,
yeah.
well now I have an army of pigs. Now I go slaughter that fucking turkey. And and so I start heading down the bridge towards where the turkey was, and they all start abandoning me. And because it was a day later, it took me a long time to find where the
Right.
turkey was. And
He's gonna be so let down when he kills
a
the
lynch
turkey.
party of pigmen to
Yeah,
murder
yeah,
one
exactly.
single turkey.
I wanted to give them torches, but
Torches
work.
and pickaxes.
yeah, wouldn't work. Games make me sad.
Well,
Yeah, I'm still not actually clear on the pigman thing. Like, you can build pig houses, or at least you could when I played, but I was never clear on what that would do for you.
Maybe you could have someone move into your base and be your guard.
Well,
Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it?
Well,
I've
yeah,
never
no,
done
the
it.
thing is like when you build a fire and you're just out in the wild, they'll sleep around your fire with you. So I'm sure
Right.
if you like just kept morsels with you, kept hunting with them, and kept feeding them, and just built like a base and just kept feeding them, they would always stay with you.
That's a lot of meat.
Yeah, it would require a lot of meat, but you also have an army of pigs to do it with.
It's
So,
true.
Until they all abandon you and they realize that they're following Cam.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah, yeah, they did.
And
that.
also that
he's
they've
just
been-
gonna lead them all into water at some point, and they're all gonna die.
Wait, can they go into water?
No,
Oh.
it was a Pikmin joke.
I see. Damn. Yep. I started just tossing Pikmin into the water in my latest episode.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Why are you even playing Pikmin?
Yeah,
Because
Well, to live out his sick fantasies.
he is just the Hitler of the
Jesus.
Pikmin world. Like, seriously.
I like playing God.
It's like in one of his episodes, we watched a Pikmin speedrun at one point. It was awesome to see all the cool shit that you can do in Pikmin. And Cam was like, "Well, I saw the speedrunner kill this bird with 25 Pikmin, so I can do it too." And
Oh,
then he
God.
totally fucks it up repeatedly and kills his entire small army of Pikmin because he refused to bring enough Pikmin to kill a bird.
yeah, that was a
Yeah.
mistake. In hindsight, that was a very big mistake.
But it's silly.
But I mean, I can make choices as a general of my army. Like I sent all my reds to go on a wall, and these 3 extra guys kind of refused to go on the wall. So I was like, fine, you guys come with me.
And you threw him into the water.
Well, no, yeah, and then I'm like, okay, we're gonna go on a little field trip here, and I take them over to a different bridge, And I'm like, this bridge was built in 1980, die! And I just tossed them all in the water. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
I have a lot of fun with these games.
I hope you never go into politics.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, well, I wouldn't command an army if I were in politics.
Are you
Yeah.
are you even on pace to beat the game or get enough parts to beat the game?
I don't even know. I had the worst last 2 days I've ever had in all of Pikmin. Oh, my last video was just terrible. Basically,
yeah, you just walked over to a bridge and murdered all your Pikmin again, right?
No. What happened was there were the super ladybugs, the super fatties there, and I didn't know how to defeat them, and I never throw them on the butt. I always just send all my Pikmin just to attack normally, which is a mistake, I know, but I didn't think that they could just take chomps of like 30 Pikmin at a time.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
They have really
Oh.
big mouths for a reason.
Yeah, it was really bad. It was a terrible couple days for Pikmin.
So the worst 2 days. So you did this repeatedly?
Yeah, it happened several times. Well, actually, the other one was basically I went back to the other zone. I think it was like the Forest Naval. No, that's not it. It's some other place with the fire fatties that spew fire.
Yeah,
at
that's the
you.
Forest Naval.
Oh, okay. And so I got a bunch of yellows to take the part through the fire fatties, which was a
Oh,
mistake.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it was a mistake.
Yeah.
But I
Jeez.
used the speedrun tactic.
Of, like, hitting them and
Yeah,
drawing
hitting them,
away.
distracting them, but then I didn't
And then you
realize... Well, no, I didn't realize that directly behind me there was another one, and he killed like 30 Pikmin.
Yep.
30 of them. It was horrible. And then, yes,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I did end up dying.
Wow.
Have you beat the boss of the possessive guy who possesses your Pikmin with the poison?
Oh,
Yeah,
he's really
the fatty
possessive.
mushroom dude.
He's totally
Yeah.
playing it.
Yeah, I killed him, and that's when I actually ended up dying because I was protecting my Pikmin from a flying frog, and he knocked me into a fire geyser, and I died.
Wait, hold on. A fire geyser?
No,
Or an old man on fire. Yeah.
Use fire.
A burning old man.
The
That's
fire rises.
yeah, it was a fire
A
geyser.
fire geyser.
Yeah, little known fact,
does.
Christopher Nolan actually took his inspiration from Pikmin.
Yeah, yep.
There you go.
But I
think
think
we're done here.
the absolute worst part of my entire Pig Ventures so far was in the last day of my last video where I was trying to get to the spider boss, and I spent, like, it was a black wall, and I spent literally, like, 20 minutes going back and forth getting bombs, and I finally knock it down, and then I realize it's the wrong wall, and it just leads to my face. It was the worst. I got
Oh,
so
man.
mad. I got
Who
so
needs
mad.
spatial awareness, right?
So, yeah. I don't think I'll be
Oh,
doing another
man.
Pikmin game or another
Yeah,
Pikmin
Pikmin
video
2 is
for-
much harder than Pikmin 1.
Yeah, it
too,
really
so,
is.
Like, it's insanely harder.
Yeah, it was annoying. I did beat the mushroom very quickly though. So that was the silver lining on that terrible day.
Well,
Is that because you brought 100 Pikmin to fight him this time?
Yeah, I brought
Yeah.
all my Pikmin and then I hit his
It's a good
butt
idea.
really hard. Yeah.
I don't know if we've mentioned this, but to bring it to like kind of a newsy kind of thing, they are making Pikmin 3 for the Wii U. I don't know if we mentioned it in the podcast.
What?
We might have. Yeah, did you not
Yeah.
hear about that?
Yeah.
It was
I did
announced
not
like
know
last
that.
year.
Yeah.
Announced
it
during
looks
E3
fucking
of last
awesome,
year.
man. Yeah,
That's exciting.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
I hope
cool.
I hope they don't fuck it up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
it's Miyamoto.
really glad to not play that game because I don't own a Wii U.
Yeah, well, I don't know if
I
that's
mean, there
going
are
to be the
ways.
game that would adopt me, or that would adopt me. Hopefully, Miyamoto will adopt me and just give me a copy
that would be great.
of Pikmin 3.
Well, I wonder, do you think they're going to announce a new Zelda game at the C3, perhaps? Or a new Mario game? A
Wouldn't
new
be surprised.
canon Mario game? I mean, they what was the last real Mario? Super Mario Galaxy 2? That was like 3 or 4 years ago?
What do you mean by real Mario?
I meant, 3D, full AAA style, not like Super Mario repetitive, Super Mario, the new Super Mario Bros. game.
Wow.
Somebody
Wow.
hates two-dimensional Mario
Video
games.
games, jeez.
No, I don't hate
You
them,
also
it's
hate
just they're not...
rainbows and the Beatles and chocolate.
But you can't call that like a full-fledged Mario game. It's
Yes,
just
you
like
can. Okay, but I see what you're saying. I don't know if they're planning any 3D Mario games. No.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they probably won't announce a Zelda. I feel like this is a good time for, well, it depends. Because, I mean, I don't know how well Wii U sales are going. I know that in its first month, the Wii U was outsold by the Xbox 360 and PS3.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
ouch.
I mean,
That's a big burn.
yeah, so it's entirely possible that they will be doing a Zelda game or announcing a Zelda game just for sales. That being said, though, I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like it's a good time for them to release something that is awesome, like a new F-Zero or a new Star Fox or something like that. That just they haven't had a new entry in the series in forever.
They
A
need
new
something.
Star Fox. My
I mean,
God.
It would have to be like a Star Fox where you fly a ship, though.
Real Star Fox, an actual Star Fox game.
No, it'd be a dating game.
Yeah, that's the logical progression.
Do a
yeah,
battle
the way they've
mode.
been going.
See, I liked Star Fox Adventures. You know, put me on a grill or whatever.
Boo!
but-
Here we go.
Boo! You stink.
Yeah, but I
likes-
liked that game.
Like Star Fox Adventures, doesn't like 2D Mario games. Here we go.
I didn't say I
This
didn't
guy.
like them. I said
This
they're very easy games to make. They're very soulless games, and that there's just
Wow!
Wow.
They're not just bad,
Here we
they're
go.
soulless.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Cameron broke
Someone just died.
I died.
Okay,
I'm
then.
sorry, I died.
He just got drunk and fell into his pile of beer bottles.
Well, that's not entirely true.
I mean,
I
you
did-
just fell into your pile of beer bottles. Yeah.
Yeah, I did just knock over my beer bottles. So sorry about that.
no. New Metroid game for Wii U. I hope it's better than fucking Other M.
Yeah,
Oh, I
I'm
really
on that
hope.
one.
I almost just want Metroid to die so that it doesn't suffer the indignity of like trying to conform to the new Samus canon, because that shit
Yeah.
is really offensively bad.
Didn't they retcon it? I thought I heard like
Did
Nintendo
they?
being like, Other M doesn't count. Like it doesn't.
Oh God, I hope so.
I thought I remember hearing something about that, but I could be totally wrong. I thought I heard
Baby.
yeah, but
But
Yeah,
they
have you guys
so
played
many
Other M?
no, I haven't
What?
actually.
I haven't, but I've just heard so many things about it that I've gotten my experience
I have
from
no
just hearing how
interest in
bad it is.
I played through the whole thing. I was cringing like the whole time. It was awful. Like the worst part is the cutscenes, but also the combat is really bad too, because it's like it plays like a 2D Metroid game kind of, except there's some 3-dimensional movement and aiming is automatic. Like if you just push the shoot button, you shoot at whatever enemy is nearest. And it's like that takes away the most fun part about Metroid to me, which is like lining up your shots and like actually feeling like you're doing something. This is just like run around and spam the shoot button. Is And then to
Yeah,
shoot
that's-
missiles, you have to actually point at the screen, and it switches to a first-person perspective. And it's like, oh man, it's the worst control
How
mishap.
horrible could you?
It was really bad.
Ugh.
Yeah, I really didn't like that game.
Nintendo has the glory of having all these titles that have failed recently that have been sequels to their huge series, but people still want new ones. Like when a game series like usually does have a horrible game, you never hear from that game again, or it just keeps getting shittier and shittier.
Yeah, exactly.
Nintendo has
Metroid just has such a storied history of being some of the
Metroid,
greatest games of all time.
Star Fox.
Well, that being said, I want to say
Zelda.
that Metroid Other M wasn't really first-party developed, wasn't it? Like,
Right.
yeah,
No, it wasn't. It was by
Ninja Theory
those other
or,
guys.
or Team Ninja
Yeah,
or something, right?
Team Ninja, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
but
remember.
the creative director though, I felt like was who was that? It was some Nintendo guy
Yeah,
who was
Team
like
Ninja.
taking over Metroid. Yeah.
I don't know. The director
forget.
is Yoshio Sakamoto, who
Yeah.
let's see, what did he do? Oh, the
But it-
Melee developer. Interesting.
The
Yeah.
Melee developed
Super-
Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, Super Mash Brothers.
Super Smash
Mash
Bros.
your potatoes really well.
Yeah. Play your favorite Nintendo characters, all working to make the best mashed potato meal you can possibly make. Add cheese, bacon, salt. Okay, I'm done.
You know,
with
I
that
feel
joke.
like
Yeah,
that's
thanks.
pretty close to Cooking Mama. Like, I feel like that's all pretty close to what Nintendo wants to make now.
I was
So,
going to say,
right.
don't be surprised.
yeah,
E3
really.
2015.
Nintendo Cooking All Stars.
Oh man, that would be great if they just made a Metroid game that was just Samus cooking.
I know.
I would play.
Paula Dean's cooking
It's like
all stars.
a
The
pink-
one
a pink
female
power suit.
protagonist.
Yeah.
The one fucking female
Yeah,
protagonist.
pink power suit. And she's like using the grappling beam to cut vegetables. And oh man, yeah, that would be good.
That would be awful.
A really good Nintendo game that scared the shit out of me when I was a little kid, and is actually genuinely hard but really fun, is and I'm going to be doing a playthrough of it, is Resident Evil.
Oh, okay.
Oh
original
god,
Resident
I
Evil.
spent so many hours on that friggin' game. And
the GameCube remake.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
God. It
God,
Was
that's
it
a hard
Resident Evil
game.
0?
I don't know which one do I have here. I have Resident Evil 4 here, but I'm not
that's
set on
fun.
which one I'm going to be playing. But
Yeah,
oh
Resident
my-
Evil
just
4
that
was
whole series.
fantastic.
That was a
Yeah.
good game, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Resident Evil 1, the remake for the GameCube, they kept the horrible camera.
Yeah.
If you've never played Resident Evil 1, imagine this. Every single time you walk off of the camera, you switch to a new static camera angle that never ever changes.
Oh, jeez.
And your control scheme never changes in relation to the direction your character is facing. So, for example, if you're walking toward the camera, you still push up on the control stick.
Ugh.
It's god,
Why?
it's incredibly frustrating. It, the time in my life when I played that, I guess I was still putting up with shit like that. So I spent literally hours just trying to get used to not walking the wrong way. And you're fighting shit that is super fast, way faster than you while you're in this situation. It's it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
And you have
Yeah.
limited saves as well.
That's early camera controls, man. That's why,
Yep.
that's part of the reason why Ocarina of Time was so freaking revolutionary. Not even just
Yeah.
with the role playing aspects, but just the
Z-targeting, though.
The camera controls
Yeah.
were the best shit ever. It was just playing that game was this is the future. I can't wait to have Z targeting in every game. Little did I know. But
The future is now.
yeah. Yeah, because the thing is, otherwise, because there wasn't, they couldn't add collision to the walls for the camera. So, if you had, you could see it in those early 3D Rareware games, like Banjo and Donkey Kong 64, is, they allowed some free camera movement, even to a lesser degree Mario 64, and, you could easily clip the camera through the wall most of the time, which just does not look very good at all.
Right. Yeah.
But, bleh.
Early 3D.
Resident
That's how
Evil
it
1.
was.
Yeah.
God,
same,
yeah,
same with
that-
Devil May Cry
yeah.
as well. The original Devil May Cry, same way.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, it's the worst solution to the camera problem of 3D. It's well, how about we just make it static all the time?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what was shitty about the original God of War too. It was just they were doing that because that was a Devil May Cry thing, and Devil May Cry did it because it was a Resident Evil thing. And it's just dude, it is the mid 2000s. You can do camera better, God of War. Your game is awesome, but don't force a static camera angle. Yeah, maybe it looks a little bit more cinematic, but not really. I don't really care. I just want to be able to move properly while I murder these minotaurs.
Yeah, I think part of the reason for it in the GameCube era, and to a lesser extent the PS1 era for the original Resident Evil, was that they could make everything look really fucking good because it was all static.
Yeah.
You were never allowed to look at a room from a different angle, so
Right.
it looked years and years ahead of its time. It was the best looking game on the GameCube, hands down.
Yeah, you just throw
If
a
you take
shitload
it-
of polygons at just this
Yeah,
one
exactly.
spot. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a really, really beautiful game. I think they probably did a lot of cheating with textures and stuff because they knew it would never be viewed from another angle.
Yeah,
So they could just
sure
make
they
it
did.
look cinematically beautiful. Every single scene was more like a painting than like a 3D render.
It's really interesting how a lot of games cheat with textures too. For instance, the original Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4. I always liked. I liked messing with games a lot of times and seeing what they do to try to resolve things or have solutions to problems. For instance, people's hardware not being the best. So with Modern Warfare, the original, I just turned off shadows just to see. And a lot of the shadows, pretty much most of the shadows of the buildings and stuff, they weren't actually
Are textures.
shadows. Yeah, they're just textures.
Yeah.
They're just painted on. which is
Makes sense.
pretty funny. And it's like, yeah, well, there's
Yeah.
no day-night cycle. You can do that. Why not?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, better than having to do all that light rendering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Part of the reason that that game ran so well on so many systems.
Yeah.
So, Zen, do you have any news about Super Amazing Wagon Adventure to talk about?
Do I have any news about Super Amazing Wagon Adventure? Well, honestly, I'm just really happy for Sparse Vector, the developer of Super Amazing Wagon Adventure, because this week, he's gotten so much attention all of a sudden. First, Giant Bomb did a quick look of it, albeit at a really weird time, and then Northern Lion came along and decided to make a video of it. So I'm hoping that he'll report back saying that the sales of his game has gone up. Definitely
exciting
definitely hoping for that. And I am aware that he is making a game about a monkey that's infected with plague that's going around trying to kill people in the city. So that's the next game.
I can't wait to see that. It's an intriguing concept to me.
Yeah. And on Twitter, Sparse Vector was debating on Twitter whether he wants to have children among the pedestrians or not. And whether that would be a good thing to have children die of the plague in this game or not a good thing. No.
Yeah, that's generally a
choice.
bad thing.
You know, can I say something that may be a bit depraved?
Uh-huh.
When I
Now we know what it is.
Yeah, if I wanted to murder children. Well, a couple of things actually I could mention. But like when GTA 4, when the first trailer came out, they showed women with baby carriages. Now, if you play the game, you know that there are no women with baby carriage anymore, so they took it out since the trailer. But I was super excited to just like plow through like baby carriages and women and just see like babies flying and everything. It'd be hilarious.
Just to see babies flying.
Yeah.
Inner workings of Rob's mind.
I told you it was depraved. And actually, I downloaded the mod for Fallout 3 that allowed you to kill the children, which was pretty nice because they were annoying.
I think. Well, were they as annoying in Skyrim? Because
They were
Oh
more
god, they
annoying
were
in
awful
Fallout
in
3.
Skyrim.
They were more annoying in Fallout 3, to be honest with you. They were way worse.
another man to come lick my father's boots.
Yeah, whenever I start playing a video game with kids in it and you have weapons, that's generally the first thing I do is I just try and slice up the kids.
I don't do any of
I'm not
this.
surprised at all about that.
Well, I mean, I did it in Wind Waker, I did it in Skyrim, and I kind of agree with Rob. I kind of agree with Rob that it would feel so exciting if I could just kill everyone and there were no exceptions. Because it's like, what makes a kid so special that I can't slice him just the same as I sliced his father while he was walking?
I think the thing that makes the kid so special is that they'll get a higher rating if they allow you to kill them.
Yeah, I think it actually bumps you up to AO.
I understand that.
does, yeah.
But
And you can't market an AO game.
Do you think it bumps it all the way up to AO?
It does.
Wait, what is Skyrim? Skyrim is teen, isn't it?
Sure, as M.
Skyrim is M?
Yeah,
I would be-
decapitations.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of
I would be
guess so.
woefully surprised if it was T.
Yep.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it would bump you up. It certainly would. But I mean, that being said, if Binding of Isaac went through the traditional routes, it probably would be an AO game for sure.
Oh yeah.
So
There's
like,
no way it wouldn't be. Yeah.
I mean, that's part of the reason why Evan McMillan was going to release it for free, because he was like, well, this is just a fun little side project, and I doubt anybody would ever pay for this, let alone publish it. So I might as well release it for free, and then he showed it to his friends, and his friends liked it, and he was like, all right, maybe I'll release it for $5, see if Steam will take it. And then now he's sold over 1 million copies, and it's his second platinum game, so, you know, people are into murdering children, it turns out.
And vagina monsters.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Isaac has so many different things going for it. I'm not even sure that the dead children aspect is a selling point.
Well, I mean, it's kind of telling of the rest of the game, I think, of Skyrim and Fallout 3. It's just that, like if your choices mattered more, then you could totally work that into a game. If you, like, go into a town and murder a child, they should hunt you down and try to murder you a lot and make you never have to be able to play the game again. You know what I mean? Like, that's... Like, if you make choices that matter, then allow me to kill a child and let me feel the true consequences of that with gameplay. But, you know, nobody's gonna do that.
Yeah, like the whole town gangs up on you and stuff. Oh, that'd be great.
Well, see, the problem is that the towns are so desolate. You kill like 10 people and there's no one left.
Yeah, it's
in the
not
town.
very hard to
Except
murder
for
an
the
entire
damn
town.
kids. Except
Yeah,
for the
there are
And
like
the
a million
guards,
of them.
the infinitely respawning guards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will admit
Oh,
though.
guards respawn?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I never went on a guard killing rampage. So
I
wouldn't
will
know.
admit though.
Took out all of
the-
White
when
Run
I
for like 3 hours.
When I
Sorry.
first started playing The Binding of Isaac, the hook for me was seeing the children crying, like the little babies
Oh
crying.
my god, you guys!
Wow.
All of you
I'm
guys.
just saying,
Jesus
it's not
This
that
is
I
getting super
enjoyed
weird.
it, but it showed me that this was probably something that I hadn't played before. It was like, wow,
Yeah.
that's kind of messed up. I like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, in fairness,
So, well, you did
to
like
Making
it.
my
Okay,
dick
that's
hard.
good.
Yeah. And
in
then
fairness
I
to
got a boner.
Cam, that is
Yeah.
true though. With Isaac, is that kind of drew me to the game as well. Was the art style of just like no fucks are given here. Like he is not holding back anything artistically. He's like, whatever, vagina monster. Here you go. I'm gonna shoot period blood at you. It's like does not care. That did totally draw me to the game as well. As like the art style and just like the fucked up mind of Edward McMillan was good.
Yeah.
I can't believe there are no penises in like the whole game. Like, I don't want the penises, but there are like no penises. There's one room that the layout of the room looks like a penis. That's it.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah, it's surprising.
Well, I mean,
Maybe maybe in Rebirth.
yeah, maybe we'll have some
the
dick
giant
monsters.
penis monsters.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there are like little scenes and things where you can see Isaac's dick. It's just like a little black
Yeah, little
rectangle.
pixel. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's adorable.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have
Pull
you
down his
never like
pants.
paid attention to the cutscenes ever?
No, oh, well, I used to watch them. I never.
There's
No.
one where he gets his pants pulled down and you can clearly see his penis.
No, I didn't. I wasn't looking there, to be completely honest.
I don't
All
think
right.
I've ever made it to that cutscene.
It's just one of the little things that happens between floors.
I don't think I've ever
I'm
seen
thinking maybe we should move off the child porn subject here.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Talking about child murder.
Childporn.com. By the way, guys, my clock says around 51 minutes, so I think this would be a nice time to start asking for questions for the lightning round.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So yeah, Cam will start writing your questions down. So remember, it's because we're running into this problem. Only ask the question once. If you ask it 20 times, we're probably not going to answer it. So
Yeah, just
that.
avoid spamming in general is a good rule of thumb.
yeah. So Cam will start taking questions. So should we? What topic should we move on to now?
I was also
I just
going to
li-
say earlier for when Sports Vector was talking about his new game, just a cute little thing. It's systematically complex, or the systems are somewhat complex apparently. And he was working on a bug in which there was a pedestrian that was waiting for a car that was waiting for the pedestrian to move. Just stuck there.
So, they're just stuck there perpetually.
So it's
Yep.
a Canadian
That's it.
game, is what you're saying.
I'm sorry, what was it?
It's just the Canadian game, then, is what you're saying.
Yeah. No,
You're
you
too
go
polite.
ahead.
Yeah, no, you.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry,
Canadian
eh?
AI.
Yeah.
Well,
Canadian AI. That's
I
best
could,
we
I
developed.
could. The last news topic that I was going to mention. If you thought that last subject was too controversial,
Oh, God.
Obama announced that he is going to have new research into the causal nature of video games and violence and blah 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 blah. Blah. So yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
I just got a major softie.
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, if they do legitimate research, I don't mind that at all because
You
it'll
can't-
just prove what's been proven over and over again, which is
Right.
that there is no causal link.
Yeah.
Didn't Congress already slam that shit down anyway? Like some law in California.
He's just doing it because he has to appease the people who are crying out that
These
Mass
stupid
Effect
people.
murdered. Yeah, right. Well, I mean that's politics in general, though, is that they have to appease
Yeah,
the stupid.
exactly.
Just make sure all the stupid people are happy and you win.
Yeah, they're not going to find anything. But still, it's still kind of silly that we even have to appease that mentality of just like, oh, new media thing. It must be causing people to kill people, just like rock and roll did 30 years ago. It's
Yeah.
it's
No,
Yeah,
just
it's,
kinda-
speaking of that, there actually is an article on Polygon, the verge.com/Polygon, in which they're talking about the evolution of the arcade, like the video arcade. And they're talking about how they went up the pinball machines, how they went up the early arcade games of being bad for society, so on and so forth.
Yep.
It's just going to happen. It's just going to keep happening over
yeah,
and over
yeah.
again.
That's
Yeah,
new
it's,
media.
Yeah,
every
it's just
time.
this check that society does repeatedly, even though it's been proven over and over again that it's unnecessary.
Yep.
Just people repeat their old patterns.
So here's the thing, though, is that coming from a total person who doesn't understand anything about games or anything like that, the first argument when you look into these things, it seems like it would make sense upon first look, like, violent video games lead to violent tendencies. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, just like violent movies and violent books.
Yeah.
Right, but then you look like one half step farther, and you're like, oh wait, no, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it seems like no one wants to take that step
Well,
forward between their initial
You know,
reactions.
people have this tendency to blame the first thing that they see a link with something bad. So they see an elementary school shooting, some media tells them, "Oh, he was playing Black Ops 2," and that's stuck in their mind. They have a confirmation bias toward that immediately, and it's really hard to root it out.
Yeah, you know,
And-
I oh, sorry, go on, Zen.
Oh no, I was going to say that, and most people just don't take that additional step to try to think about it. You know, I mean, it's, I see let's say on my Facebook feed over and over again, people just spout out whatever that's been told without Googling it. So I always see all these fake stories show up, you know. I mean, just saying in general, people don't take time to think or even do like 3 seconds of Google research.
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I
People-
actually-
people don't see any reason to.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about this extensively in one of my recent Isaac videos. But basically, like, the thing is that people usually fall under a very common logical fallacy when talking about this. And that is, they find violent people, and they find that they also play violent video games. And, yes, the two are usually correlated. They are positively correlated. Most of the time, people who commit violence often also play violent video games. But that doesn't mean that basically the logical fallacy is correlation does not imply causation. And that's a very important principle. Because, for instance, the example that I even gave in the video was as ice cream sales increase, so do murder. Murder increases in the same rate as ice cream sales. Does that mean that ice cream sales are causing people to go kill each other?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Then,
Yes.
see, because
I
it's
remember
not-
just the other day,
Yeah.
I was munching on some chocolate ice cream, and I was thinking, hey, I really want to kill
I
my
just got that
neighbor,
urge
dude.
to kill. Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
you have a
Yeah,
taste
I mean, I
for
had a
blood, I
spoon
think.
in my hand. I was ready to go.
Yeah,
What
I had a
would
murder
you do for a
flavor.
Klondike bar?
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
yeah. So you know, the actual reason is because ice cream sales increase in the summertime when it's hotter out, and people are out more often in the nighttime when it's hotter out. So more people out at night, more murder happens. That's basically the only reason. But you know, just because they're correlated doesn't mean that they're necessarily that one causes the other, or vice versa.
Right.
And that's the problem with the correlation implies causation thing that people always fall into whenever they're trying to, you know, justify something like this witch hunt.
Yeah. Well, it's so easy.
Right.
Hardly anybody will think of that.
Right. And
Yeah,
like Austin said,
It's
it's
such an easy
convenient.
tool.
It makes sense. You know, it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
violent video games, violent people. Because, you know, you could also look at like, oh, all the violent people also play violent video games. And it's like, yeah, that's true. But if then you consider that 1% of people who play violent video games are violent people, then you can't really say that everyone who play, like, violent video games are going to cause people to kill people, right?
Right. I was going to bring that up. Is that Call of Duty Black Ops is a funny thing to bring up because it's the top-selling game of all time. Every new Call of Duty game becomes a top-selling game of all time. But how many people play Call of Duty? What percentage of teenagers play Call of Duty right now? I mean,
a lot of
it's
them.
probably a really large number, and 1% of 1% of those commit murder.
Yeah.
Less than that, even probably. So
Exactly, yeah.
what?
Yeah, it gets to the point where you have a similar ratio to just like total population versus murderers. You know, like how different is the number? You know, like 13 to 25-year-olds who play Call of Duty and murder people, and just 13 and 20 through 25-year-olds who murder people.
Right.
I doubt those numbers are very different at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know,
And it's just
that's the thing. But Obama's
It's
doing it to
stupid and
appease the
Yep.
ignorant. And also he's not just throwing it straight at video games. He's also looking at violent media in general, like movies and music. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, when I watched the Avengers, I really wanted to go buy a shield and throw it at people.
Yeah.
I
Well,
actually,
yeah.
I actually suspect that part of it is trying to deflect some of the criticism that's going to come from the NRA or people along those lines who are
Right.
saying, hey, look, you're targeting us only. But the NRA and the hardcore gun nuts, they're going after him anyway. It doesn't
Yeah.
really even matter.
Right, exactly. Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
gonna
The
appease them.
NRA. Just look at the NRA's logo, and you have everything you need right there
Yeah.
to make fun of them.
Yeah. Well,
It's just.
well, video games.
Have you guys seen it?
Yeah, let's not talk about gun control. I think that's
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
not off.
So,
we should definitely not. But
Yeah.
but yeah. So that was probably my last point of news. Aside from Path of Exile probably going into beta now, kinda.
Hmm.
So
Oh, now? Now?
yeah, well, they just came out with the beta trailer, and yeah. So I mean, I guess they're getting close to an actual beta. Oh wait, January the 23rd.
That's exciting.
Sorry, January the 23rd is when the beta comes out.
Nice.
So that's cool.
Awesome. We should play that. Yeah.
Yeah, for
Fun
sure.
game.
I'd be down.
I don't know. I'm pretty happy with Torchlight too.
Yeah, Torchlight 2 is cool too. I mean, I'm not getting down on it.
Right.
But I mean,
Yeah, not
Path of
knocking it.
Exile is like Diablo 3, like actual Diablo 3. So
Yeah, it's great. I like it a lot more than Torchlight 2, personally.
oh really?
It has a lot of really interesting decisions that sort of break the genre a little bit. You know, like your skills are based on your sockets, and then you like build your items for socket configurations that fit your skills, and then your skill tree is like a tree where you have to choose the direction to go and make sacrifices in skills to get certain abilities. It's neat. There's a lot of strategy to building your character. That's it feels more intuitive to me than Torchlight 2 is basically just like put a skill point to something quick. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, you know, my
You know?
teachers always told me that my skills were based on my sockets.
Yeah, well, there you go.
But
Sounds like a strange repressed memory.
Obviously not repressed. I look back on it in joy.
I mean, it can resurface.
I guess, yeah, that's a fair point.
Still a repressed memory. So I have
Welcome
a
back to
bunch of
Resurfaced
questions.
Memories with Rob. Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
you have a bunch of questions, Cameron. So more than 5.
Yeah, more than 5. Yeah.
Oh man.
So do you want to get started with the lightning round here?
yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, we were all just gonna be quiet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
we're just gonna
5 minutes.
not talk. Yeah,
5 minutes of
Yeah.
silence, real quick, and then we'll get started.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah.
good.
let's pour some out for Harry Potter's parents.
Okay.
I can't take that seriously. Okay, I think we're done with a
Aaron.
moment of silence. That was 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
about
that was about 5 minutes. So first question of the lightning round: what is your favorite Mario character?
Yeah.
My favorite Mario character.
Mario character.
I
One of those
Yoshi.
questions I've never pondered.
if
I
I
like Yoshi.
Yoshi's pretty badass.
Well, everyone said the same thing all at once,
said
so
Peach.
I'm,
I said Yoshi.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna go Waluigi, because
Really?
yeah. I mean, Waluigi is a great character because his first appearance was Mario Tennis. So, like he
I didn't
Really?
know that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, his first.
that's pretty goddamn funny,
Yep,
actually.
he's just a party game character. So I gotta love on Waluigi because he gets no love.
Yeah, he does get no love. True enough.
Yeah, he
Really
needs
good
his own
stuff.
game.
He does. That would be amazing. Like
Everyone else
Waluigi's
has
Manor.
had their own game.
Yeah,
it's,
perfect.
it's going to be the cooking show that we're talking about. Just the
Ah,
cooking
yeah.
game. Waluigi's Potato Smash.
And ever so occasionally Mario breaks onto his property, and all you have to do is release the hounds, and then it's over.
That'd be great.
I
For
don't
some reason,
have.
I picture Waluigi being such a baller. Like he's just got
Waluigi is such a
mansion.
baller. Yeah,
Yeah.
he gets all the babes.
Hashtag Waluigi's Manor.
He's a party dude. He only
Yeah,
shows
man.
up for the party games. He's probably
Yeah,
just
yeah.
drunk all the time.
Yeah, he's the
It's
Steve.
like, oh, Peach is missing again. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Oh, we're playing tennis. Yeah. I'm in.
He just
So
gets
you
too
heard
hammered
that
behind
here,
the stage.
guys. We liked Waluigi before Waluigi became popular.
Yeah, there we go.
It's on record now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I just to throw before we move on to the next question, I have to agree with Green. Yoshi's pretty baller.
Now I say
Yeah.
Peach. I say Peach only because she's the
You're
only.
a pervert.
Well, she's the only hot girl in the whole series, and you're always trying to
that's-
save her.
Not true.
Oh god, she has the eyes of a vacant soul.
Who else is hot in that series?
Sorry.
Daisy
Zen's
does.
comment on her is probably epitomizes exactly Everyone should care about Peach.
Where's another hot girl? Fill me in here.
Have you Daisy?
Daisy,
Oh yeah. Well,
Wendy O.
it's the same
Koopa?
thing. Same freaking thing.
Yeah,
Daisy
they're
Peach.
Yeah, they're just women. They're the same.
No, yeah, but come on.
So
Welcome back to
different.
Currently Sexist
It's
Can.
not
here we go.
sexist. There are no like female fighting badass people, so I choose Peach.
Well,
Have you played
Alright
Mario
then.
2?
wasn't Daisy the original princess? Right?
No,
think
Daisy
so.
came and showed up in Mario Land 1. That's where her origin is.
Who was the
Land
princess
1.
in Donkey Kong?
Oh, I don't
Who it
remember the name.
is.
I think that might have been
I
Daisy.
think it was
I think
Daisy.
it
Yeah,
was.
I think she was
Yeah.
originally called Daisy, and then she became Princess Toadstool, and then eventually Peach.
I was pretty
Yeah.
sure
No,
Daisy
we're not
was
talking
in
about the
Mario
game
Land
Daisy
1.
anymore. Just for the
Oh my god, can you imagine like a really gritty like solo game with Princess Daisy? Like
No,
Just
no,
zombie
but I was
games.
right.
a bunch of zombified toads are coming.
No, she actually shows up in. She's the princess of Sarasaland.
yeah, that's
Just
right.
everyone in the chat just said Paulina.
Paulina, yeah, that's it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. And then she's dead.
Yeah,
She just died. Donkey Kong just ate her.
who's Rosalina? Is that a Paper Mario character?
Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh,
yeah.
Galaxy. That's
yeah,
right.
That's right,
Yeah.
Galaxy.
I don't have a favorite Mario character, so I'm just going to say Lucky 2 because he's such a troll.
He is
Fuck
a
that
total
guy.
troll. Fuck Lucky
I hate
Fuck
Two.
this
that guy.
motherfucker.
Yeah, and no one knows how to say his
God.
name. That's the other thing as well. That's also
Lakitu.
sucks about him. Lakitu.
Lakitu.
I say Lakitu. Someone else
Well,
was
that
saying
just
You
he's
means
say
that you're
Lakaitu,
wrong,
I
I
say
think.
Lakitu, we all say Lakoop-Doop. Let's move on.
Yeah, no one says it
There
right.
there were a couple questions that were kind of the same, so I combined them into this one question. And this kind of is directed towards Rob, but it's really everyone. What games are you planning to play soon?
Oh.
And this, I say Rob because he just got his brand new computer.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Oh, so like on our channels? Or...
yeah, on our channels, I would think that's what it means.
Oh.
Man.
Does that mean that I should answer first? I don't
that
know.
just
Rob,
like,
you
got
go
us all,
first
like-
because you have the
all
least
right.
to think about.
Well, I mean, we have XCOM and Don't Starve are coming back, which is exciting. And then I'm probably like people have told me that they wanted to see Assassin's Creed 3 Let's Play, so I'll probably do that because I'm gonna be playing the shit out of it. And see if people want to watch it. I don't know if they will. And
You know, you
then-
can't kill George Washington in that game, right?
Oh fuck! All right, I'm not gonna play it then.
Yeah,
Forget it.
that's
You
the
can't play- you
dumbest
can't kill
part of
George
that
Washington.
freaking game.
Yeah.
is that you
They should
can't
release
kill
that as like
George Washington.
$50 DLC and then Cam
They
would buy
do.
it.
They do have a DLC where you can kill George Washington. Actually,
What?
Wow.
yeah,
Yep.
it's
What?
like it's called like
Doesn't
George
make any sense.
Washington's. Yeah, it's like George Washington's tyranny or something like
yes,
that.
Tyranny of King Washington or something?
Yeah.
Something
Wow.
like that.
That is not historically accurate, I don't think.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, it's like
Which
it's like
is
one
why
of those...
I want to be able to kill him in the game. If there's a DLC, then it should be in the game.
You've been
Yeah,
talking
that's
about
true.
this for weeks, Ken.
Yeah. Really.
I'm still pissed. I haven't played it since I learned that I couldn't kill George Washington.
Yeah, what's the point?
It ruined the whole game for me. I wanted to kill him. I kept trying to kill him, and it just kept failing me out. Eventually, I just stopped playing. I turned off my Xbox. I was like, screw this game. I don't want to play it anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, for my channel, I actually want to save it till the end of the video, but I have something pretty exciting happening, starting Monday, kind of tonight actually, but specifically Monday. That I'll let you guys know at the end of the podcast. So stay tuned for that.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
It's actually goat porn, so.
Yeah, Austin is gonna get
Yeah.
into
Oh, you got me.
bestiality gay
Here we
porn.
go.
That's what he's gonna do. He's just
He is a
Yeah, this
farmer.
could be his new
done
series.
with Let's
Yeah.
playing. Yeah, he's gonna go.
He is a farmer, so he has easy access to goats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's fuck.
Let's-
And then he just chooses a different animal every time.
The last series he ever makes.
Yeah, it lasts a few episodes, and then he goes to horse, and then, it's that ruptured intestine thing all over again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a great time.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, Mr. Hands was just Austin traveling back in time
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's all it
to
was.
spread the horse love to
Yeah.
the past.
No
horses.
pun intended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah.
Let's play
Spread all that
bestiality.
That's not.
Play Farming Simulator 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should fuck animals in Farming Simulator 2013.
Farming Stimulator, more like.
I actually own a farm, a real farm, so I got
So
that
he
covered, dude.
does fuck the animals, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I don't not do it.
That's a fair
Ah,
point.
there we go.
That's like a quadruple
See.
negative.
Moving on.
Okay.
Before anyone actually
Um,
does that in their head and tries to solve that negative problem.
Well, on my channel, I'm going to be playing Resident Evil coming up, and also I like playing those internet games. Those like flash games that are
Yes.
like room escape games and stuff like that. Those are a lot of
Oh,
fun.
God.
So I'll probably
The
do
room escape games.
Yeah, I'll probably be doing a lot of those because they make for quick videos and they're a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good times.
Yeah, so to come off of that, or to follow up with that, that's basically my plan for my channel too. I'm just looking for really strange things. But beyond that, I'm going to be finishing up my Let's Play of Great Greed, which I abandoned like 4 months ago, and also finishing up Pickers, which is a game about finding junk in auction
Oh,
houses
yeah.
and selling them off, which is something else. Like, storage wars, basically. I'm going to finish that off. And then after that, I might go back into my backlog, like To the Moon. Actually, I'm thinking about picking that up at some point.
Oh, okay.
Or playing
Good
that.
game.
I already own it. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Intriguing.
want to play Spelunky HD if it ever comes out. If it doesn't come out like within a few months, I'll probably just play Spelunky for the PC instead. But I really, really want the Xbox 360 version. It looks like a lot of fun. I've been wanting that game ever since Northern Lion spotlighted it all those months ago. And Starbound, I want to play that when it comes out.
sorry, I wasn't laughing at you, but go
Oh
on.
god. Green, don't talk it.
Yeah,
Green, don't talk about that right now. We can't. It's too much for me.
yeah, Starbound, definitely.
I might explode.
I'm sorry, I was laughing because Mortano was asking me about Magical Diary.
Yeah, you should continue that.
Oh,
you definitely
God.
should.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're still. I still want to do some fanfic readings with Zen as well, if that ever comes
Oh,
to
yeah,
fruition.
I
Speaking
have
of-
to
speaking
figure
of
out how to do
fanfic.
it. Because, I mean, to be honest with you, I was envisioning this thing in which it would be kind of like a fanfic reading, but the video would be pictures of things spliced in at certain times. Like, it's not just a
Yeah.
static image, basically, if you
Yeah.
guys understand what I'm saying. So I got to figure out how to do that.
Yeah. We get Austin to do it.
Do what?
Edit a video for us, because you're the only
Oh,
one who's
right,
like any
sorry.
good at editing at all.
I got lost in the chat for a moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Speaking of
Um,
fanfics, before we go on, Emerson has been linking the Cam X Gobbler photo over and over again, and it's
Yeah,
pretty
I
good.
should definitely check that out.
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
man.
Wait, what?
Cam, you never saw that?
I linked it. I linked it in
Oh,
chat
oh,
in the
no.
Skype
Hold
chat.
on.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Linked it in
that is-
Skype
What
chat.
the hell?
What is on his face? Is that his tongue?
Yeah, it's his tongue hanging out. Yeah.
Okay,
And
for a second I thought he had a ball gag on.
The tall bird is videotaping it.
Yeah, that's the best.
My
Oh,
tongue
God,
is
it's so
hanging
good.
out.
Yeah.
Why?
My
Yep.
favorite is that the gobbler's like standing on top of a rock.
Yeah, well, I don't know why he had to add the detail of my pants being around my thighs.
Gotta be historically accurate.
I just love how Emerson was just right on that shit the second you started talking about it.
Yeah, done.
Picture up.
Yeah, speed paint. Oh man, you should put out speed paint pictures of these porn images you make.
No, I'd
If I had
like
a
for you
nickel.
to
How
stay to
about-
keep your channel
Let's not
intact,
say
Amazon,
we
so let's
did.
not do that.
Next question.
Yeah. probably.
Anyway, yeah, moving on. If your cat, oh no, yeah, if your catchphrase was a Pokemon attack, what would it
Oh,
do and
God.
why?
What?
Oh,
Okay,
I
let's
don't know
just
enough
say
about
everyone
Pokemon.
choose a Pokemon attack as a
Oh.
superpower. Go.
What?
Oh.
I changed the
Completely
question.
changed the question. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
completely
yeah, I
different
changed
question.
it.
Mine would be
Cam,
horn
change the
drill.
questions.
I can't
Wait,
think.
did you say porn drill?
Horn drill.
Porn.
Porn trail.
Oh man, I'm so bad at Pokemon.
I would choose teleport so I could teleport to my golden planet.
Ah,
Oh my god.
You know what?
There we go.
Cameron was just setting himself up. Let's move on to the next question. Because
Yeah, I actually asked that question in the chat.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so another very relevant question. What is in the center of Cam's golden planet? The answer, gold.
God
Next
damn it.
question. What's your favorite mainstream game? Everyone.
Huh.
Oh.
Hmm.
Mainstream game. I guess.
Does Dark Souls count?
Nah. You gotta go super
Nah,
mainstream.
Dark Souls.
Because I was gonna say Zelda, but that's like not super mainstream either.
Hmm. Well, maybe Battlefield 3. It's a pretty good game.
Yeah, that's fun.
Fallout New Vegas.
Hmm.
Halo for sure, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to say I'd go with mainstream game ever. I would probably say like Halo 2.
The Halo 2, probably. I'd agree. Best one.
I'm
the best.
gonna go with the Assassin's Creed series. I have always dug on those games, but mostly because I really like history stuff. So, there's that, and you get to kill people in awesome ways.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
This guy says we have to go Call of Duty mainstream, but I don't think there's any answer that fits that except for Call of Duty.
yeah.
Right?
Call of Duty is in its own category of mainstream.
You mean our favorite FPS? Because that's another story.
Yeah, that's
that's fucking General Shooter 5. Return of the same enemy
Green
as last
admitted to liking a mainstream game. I don't. I've liked a lot of
Green
mainstream
just-
games.
Green just accepted.
He likes to
Can't fight it
pretend that
anymore.
he likes them, but
Everyone knows you
I don't
hate
hate
them.
Far Cry 3.
You're a game hipster, Green. Just face the facts.
I mean, I am a little bit of a game hipster in that I like a lot of non-mainstream games, but I don't hate
Before
mainstream
everyone
games.
else likes them.
he only
Yeah.
likes non-mainstream games. He's lying to you guys. He talks about them all the time. Like after the podcast, he's just like, "Oh God, I hate mainstream games so much." Oh,
Oh god, it's like holding in a fart. Oh gosh. So
No, it's
anyway,
the opposite. After the podcast, I just get straight on Black Ops 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Zen, did you pick your mainstream game?
Yeah, Fallout New Vegas, but
Oh,
only
yeah,
on
yeah,
the PC because you can do mods on
The
the
mods,
PC.
yeah.
True. Yeah, most of those sweet games are sweeter on the PC, which is sad. I wish there were like a sweet online multiplayer Halo. Oh. I mean, I know there was at
Halo?
one point. I think Combat Evolved. No, I mean for the computer, like a PC. Like a PC version of Halo.
Halo 1 and Halo 2 were on PC.
Yeah.
Halo 2 was?
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It came out like
Oh, man.
3 years after Halo 2 did, but it was
Right.
there eventually.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that, actually.
It was like right before Halo 3 came
Yeah,
out.
I think they released along with Halo 3. Actually, it's like Halo 3's coming out, and oh hey, PC guys, we have this one cool, crazy new game. It's called Halo 2.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why they wouldn't give the PC version as much attention because
Yeah.
they basically made the Xbox game, and so you focus on Xbox mostly. But it would
Actually-
have been really nice.
If I could take a moment to have a short rant, and I'll make it short. I don't give a shit about console developers anymore, especially because Rockstar has just rubbed their dicks in my face over and over again, and I'm tired of Grand Theft Auto now. I'll say that. I could have easily said Grand Theft Auto as my favorite mainstream game, but I don't want to say that anymore because they literally said that if you want Grand Theft Auto 5 is not coming to PC. They don't want to do it. And if you get 50,000 signatures on this petition, then maybe we'll consider putting a PC version out. And it's just like, you know what? Fuck you, Rockstar. If you really want if you want me to beg for your game, then fuck you. I won't play it. You don't have my money. There. That's how I feel about it, Rockstar. Fuck you guys. And that's the same way I feel about like Halo on the console. It was like PC version like 3 years later. It's just like, I'm gonna rub my dick in your mouth and like pretend I
Yeah.
really like you. And it's like, it's just like,
Robert,
I
laying
hate
it on the line.
Sorry. So that's my.
I mean, they were basically revolutionizing the FPS for a console.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. No, I mean I don't have a
So,
problem with
I-
Halo, but
I
GTA
don't blame
started on PC. GTA started on PC, and then they don't.
Yeah,
care
now they're
anymore.
like,
Yeah.
fuck it. Yeah, I mean, I think we all have a storied history of really being pissed off by console exclusives. Because, like, just why would you do that?
Yeah.
Oh damn! Someone better buy some burn heal.
Sanded vagina Rob. Nice. I like it.
So,
Yeah.
so to move this along, because I have a bunch of questions here. Are you guys Minecraft haters or lovers?
We actually, I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast, but I did mention how if Minecraft weren't where it is today, I would want to do a series on it, but because it's where it is today, I don't. I really do enjoy the game. It's just, it's so done and overdone and then done again and then overdone again that I wouldn't be able to see myself doing it. It's just...
Yeah, I'm done with Minecraft. I played my maybe 15 hours of it, and it was fun. I enjoyed it a lot. I don't hate the game, but I can't see playing it too much more. The one thing that could bring me back, and I would actually like to do this, is playing a multiplayer Minecraft series with Cam.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
because of all the shit he would get himself into. That
Does
would be
Minecraft
hilarious.
cost money?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a stupid question, but how much money does it cost?
Do
Is
video
what I
games
meant-
It's like $20, I think.
20
Must I
bucks.
transfer
like-
banknotes for this?
Holy jigoli. Well, I don't know if I mean, I might get it just for that reason, because that sounds like fun.
I don't think we're
let's
gonna.
not
But
do
I,
a
do
series
I
on
would
that.
almost just rather wait for Starbound to come out.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Let's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, that
I mean,
might be
here's,
better.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And here's the thing with a Minecraft series. Every single time, well, not every single, that's a lie. Over 70 or 80% of the time, when somebody asks me, like, they'll send me a private message in YouTube and be like, "Hey, could you check out my channel and tell me what I'm doing wrong?" What they're doing wrong is Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People will make like 100-episode Minecraft series with 3 viewers on each video. And it's like you can't find an audience for Minecraft. It's silly at this point to start a Minecraft series. There's way too much of it. It's a saturated market. So yeah,
That's what I mean. Is that because I mean, Kazizo, if I'm saying the name right, made a good point. The mods for that game are just ridiculous. They're insane, and they really do change the game for the better. And you can create your own experience with the mods, and it's a really fun way to do it. But especially the Tekkit mod, that's probably one of the more well-known ones. But again, it's just not only has everyone now done the Minecraft of its own, but all the mods are done. It's just people want to see it, but only people who want to see it want to see it. If that sounds really stupid, but
Right.
there's an audience for it, and only that audience is gonna be entertained by it,
Right.
and no one else will want to see it.
The only way that I would do a Minecraft series, to be honest with you, and again, I don't hate the game, but the only way is if, number one, it's a mod with a strong narrative and a clear beginning and end, so that I don't feel like I have to have this open-ended let's play. And number
Yeah.
two, just generally speaking, I don't think that's a good idea for a let's play to do Minecraft unless they already have an established audience. I mean,
Yeah.
we're lucky in the sense that we have our own established audiences already, but even then I would be very, very picky about getting to a Minecraft Let's Play, especially when I have so much other stuff to do.
I think.
yeah.
the thing
Like if
is-
somebody made a Binding of Isaac Minecraft mod, I might consider it.
Yeah.
That would
The-
be funny as hell.
the problem I think as well is that, like, even with an established audience, if you wanted to do Minecraft, is like, again, not because the game is bad, but because there are so many like hipster haters on Minecraft. Like,
Hmm.
you would kind of you would be sullying your so-called integrity on YouTube where you just started Minecraft series pretty
Yeah,
much.
so many people would be like, "Oh, what a sellout! He's playing Minecraft."
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's the same thing at like playing Amnesia or
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Happy
Yeah.
Wheels.
Yeah.
Happy
Just
Wheels.
copying Yogscast. Here we go.
Kazizo says that it is a Binding of Isaac Minecraft mod, so I'll have to look into that to see
Huh,
whether that's
that's
a thing.
funny.
Is
to,
there?
to look and
Is it
see
any
whether
good,
it's
though?
something. I have
Like,
no idea.
Yeah,
It
it's
can't
just
be
something
randomly
Kazizo said.
generated, so.
I saw a funny video of Team Fortress 2 mod that is
Right.
that is Binding of Isaac.
that
was
looked
cool.
really weird.
It
talked
looked
about
weird,
this.
but it was cool.
Yeah, looked
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know we talked about this. To move it along, because I do have a long list of questions here. Will we be seeing any Let's Plays of the future DayZ game?
Yeah.
Not for me.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Big maybe.
And
I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
not
go
sure.
for sure for me. Like I'm like I didn't play the Arma 2 DayZ, and I was kind of just because I saw it was like a buggy mess. I want to see what they do
Yeah.
as their own, and I was super excited for Project Zomboid, and like I said, it looks like Project Zomboid 3D to me, and I'd love to see what they do when they have free creative reign with their own engine and everything. So yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll at least make a video on it. I'm not gonna promise a let's play, but I will at least do a first look at it. And yeah, if it grabs me, then I'll certainly do a let's play.
That is one of those things in which I'm interested in the stories about, like other people playing the crazy things to get up to, but I have no interest in playing myself whatsoever.
I play
Yeah,
with
fair
myself
enough.
all the
okay,
time.
you
All day,
heard it
every
here
day.
first. Zen does not have any interest in playing with himself.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, well, I guess it is fortunate. All the time I saved, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's that would save me
I mean-
hours a day.
Yeah, they say like 1/3 of your life is spent sleeping. Imagine when you add in masturbating.
Yeah,
Time
like
is
80%.
Yeah, really.
3/3.
I don't think I'd have any time left. Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm masturbating right now just to cut corners here because I'm running out of
Yeah.
time in the day, and
Yep.
gotta
Yeah, we're gonna have to play Dota
I'm-
2 later, and you're gonna need your hands for that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually getting Rob to masturbate me right now just to save some time because I have so many other things to do with my other hands.
Whoa, that's weird because
Yeah.
I was masturbating Cam right now.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
whoa.
I actually
It's like
sorry, I
internet
forgot to tell
circle
you
jerk
guys. I forgot to tell you guys you're both jerking me off at the same time just to
Well,
save
that's
like
so
some-
much time.
Oh, that's so embarrassing. I'm so sorry,
Well,
Rob.
No, it's
Yeah.
cool. It's cool.
I've
Technically,
got
it's
a
a
hand
triangular
sanitizer.
joke.
Just to let you know.
That's funny story. That's really bad to put on your penis.
Yeah, I've tried that. It burns.
Yeah. Yeah, it's for your hands, but yeah, if you want to, you can put it on your penis. I mean,
Here we go.
maybe you like it. Who knows?
And this is where we go downhill.
Yeah. Anyway,
Why don't we move
I
on to the
prefer
next
butter.
question?
I don't know about
So-
How did we
if-
get to this from DayZ?
I don't know.
Daisy to masturbate.
Oh,
If you could go back or forward to any point in time, where would you guys go?
Virtual reality. Forward until then.
At least forward until the point where humans don't die anymore, obviously.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be awesome.
Yeah, I think I would go back to be a 40s gangster.
But then you wouldn't be a 40s gangster, Cameron.
You'd be Cameron, and then you'd get murdered by
Yeah, you'd
40
get
gangsters
shot at
for
the
walking
very
up to
least, that's
them.
what
All I'd
happened.
have to do...
And be like, hey guys, can I join your B-hole
No,
club?
I just have to wear a suit. I just have to wear a suit, get a machine gun, and start smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, perfect.
There.
You got it, Cam.
There you go.
But no, another one, an interesting one that I'd want to go to is First Contact, or the first time we get FTL.
Ooh,
that would be
that'd be
awesome.
pretty
that
awesome,
would be
yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Being a part of that society would be either awesome and that it would work out well, and then bad and that our world gets destroyed. But hey, I'm up for it.
I would go back to my earlier life and tell myself to fix my mistakes. I have
That'd be
no
nice.
imagination.
I'd like to go
Ryan-
forward
He
in
let-
time
Ryan-
5 years when Zen is the supreme ruler of the universe.
Ah, yeah, that's a good one as well.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time.
4 years.
I got that wrong. Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
you cut out a step. Oh, it's nice.
Okay.
Ryan says human immortality, terrible idea, overcrowding for the loss. I'm sure that we would stop having kids at that point.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'd figure it out as a society.
Would that be fair to the would-be kids?
Or we would
What?
just go to other planets. I mean, I feel like if we figure out biological immortality, we would probably already be colonizing other planets and shit.
I
Yeah.
guess so.
I don't know. It's interesting to see which would come first because there are already talks of FTL travel, like just designs already for warp drives.
Yeah.
Like they figured out that you would no longer need a Jupiter-sized amount of negative mass to do so. They found
Yeah, all
a
you
way
have to
make
do
it
is
a lot
just bend
smaller.
the universe. It's way easier.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem with the
Well, no,
warp
you
drive.
you need the negative mass to bend the universe. Do you know anything about
Come on now,
theoretical
Green.
FTL
Oh,
travel,
come on.
Green? Come
yeah,
on.
Green.
Sorry.
Yeah, Green. What are
I'm
you
sorry.
playing? Tetris?
I forgot that joke. And now
Yeah, I forgot that
remember.
joke as well.
Yep.
Here we go.
Um, Anyway, so to move it on, what is your favorite? I don't get this question, but maybe you guys will. What is your favorite covenant in Dark Souls?
I'm
Oh,
out.
yeah, I don't know.
Sun
I'm out.
goes all day, every day.
Probably Dark Wraiths, I guess. I would like the Dark Moons a lot, but you can never fucking invade anybody in the Dark Moons. It's sad.
Well, there we go.
Yeah,
Next
all right.
question.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Anyway, can Cam still play Wind Waker? The answer is no. I will never play that game again. I hate that game.
Wait, what happened?
He encountered a glitch, and Rob and I had tried to help him fix it for hours and hours. Well, not
I'm
hours, but
still
an
not.
hour.
I feel like I still don't believe that was a glitch. I'm just gonna say that.
It
Wait,
seemed
what happened?
really weird.
It was weird.
He couldn't hit this fucking fan thing to move a bridge, and we tried it from all kinds of different angles. And he got to an angle where he could hit it, but he was in this glitched out place where he wasn't supposed to be able to stand. It was weird.
It made me so angry. It was
Well,
ridiculous.
people are saying that Wind Waker is never glitched for them. It was on an emulator, so that could have something to do with it.
That's
Yeah.
true, but it didn't actually seem like a glitch because they still worked the
I feel
same
like maybe
way.
you
they
maybe you were just missing
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, but
honestly,
the angle
maybe-
at which you Yeah, I don't know.
But then-
we spent a long time on it.
The worst
Yeah.
part about all of that was we spent literally an hour and a half in that one room solving one puzzle, and it turned out that it was just some useless treasure chest that I didn't
Yeah.
need to get.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
so-
for a
so
treasure
we just
chart.
left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
I
did
thought
like
there was a
20
key in there. I really thought there was a key in
Wait,
there.
so you guys figured it out?
No.
No, I left
Well,
the room.
We figured out that
angry.
we didn't have to do it. Yeah. Because
Yeah,
it went
Rob was
on-
Oh.
looking up a guide. Yeah, and he was like, "Hang on a second, we don't need to be here." And Cameron, for the rest of the time, was just super angry.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
that's what I was saying. Obnauticus just said you don't need to hit that fan. You can just make that jump if you know how. That's what I was saying the whole time. Is you can make that jump. That's possible.
Really
Did
didn't
what,
seem
fan
like
pumping?
he could.
You could do
He
it.
tried it multiple times.
Yeah, but
I
he never
tried
pumped
it.
his fan.
Why
yet.
is the fan even there?
You gotta pump your
Anyway-
fan, bro.
Anyway,
Yeah.
He did pump the fan.
if you could remove any one of the 7 sins from the Binding of Isaac, which would it be?
Greed.
Greed.
Ultra Pride.
Yeah, greed probably.
Yeah,
Ultra Pride's
yeah,
not that
greed.
bad.
Fuck greed.
I don't know any of the 7 sins, so...
Wow, really? That's not
Okay,
even
well-
Binding of Isaac logic or knowledge. That's just general knowledge.
Well, no, I know what the 7 sins... Okay, I get that, but I don't know their character counterparts.
Okay, well, greed takes shops away from you, so
Alright, great. I'm not going to remember that, so I
Yeah.
just purposely didn't listen.
Oh, you will.
Oh, well, there you go.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
yeah, there we go. The bottles again.
Sorry.
Cam's just surrounded by beer bottles.
That's not far from the truth.
Yeah, these beer bottles are. You can't move his hands without knocking one over.
Yeah, I have to kind of dig myself out of the pile in order to go to bed. Next question: why is Cam so terrible at video games? I hate you. Next question.
It's because he hasn't played a lot of them.
I thought I hate
well,
you
yeah.
was part of the question.
Yeah, in all seriousness, the only game I really played before I started playing video games a lot was Halo, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and then
that
he
was
moved right on to
console.
Dota 2, which is really surprising.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Which he's still I'm 25 hours into the game and I can already start critiquing the idiotic things he does in Dota 2. He's still
Yeah.
overall better than me, but he's absent-minded. It's strange.
Yep.
Yep.
That just applies to my entire life. If you were the emperor of the U.S. for a day, what would be the first thing that you would change?
You should really ask Zen this question, to be honest with you.
Oh
because,
my
it's
God.
only
Yeah.
a couple of years from now.
You know, the thing is, somebody asked me if I had any interest in politics, and my answer to that is hell no.
No.
I just don't have that capacity in me to become a politician. So if I were the emperor of the United States for one day, what would I change? I don't know. No
I know mine.
imagination.
And people are going to misinterpret this and think that I'm a drug addict, but legalize pot, tax the hell out of it. I've never smoked pot in my life. Just
That's a
legalize
good
pot,
idea.
Not
tax
allow
the hell out of
people
it,
to-
because
I
that
would
would
not
fix
allow people to.
that. We
Go ahead.
spend so much money arresting and imprisoning people for pot, and if you tax the hell out of it on top of all of that money you're saving, it would be an enormous boon for the economy.
To play
Never
the
smoked
devil's
pot, sorry,
advocate-
Penguin.
To play the devil's advocate here, you actually, if you're gonna cite prison, you're actually not gonna save that much money by that. You will make a lot of money on legalizing pot, and I'm with you. I agree with you that I think that this should happen. That being said, though, citing prison as a thing is definitely not the best choice, because the thing about prisons is 90% of prisoners are in prison for nonviolent crimes. 1/10 of Americans are in prison, which is actually a true fact. That's ridiculous.
That's
Yeah.
absurd.
It's insane. But anyway, so 1/10 in prison. Here's the other thing. Prisoners make 100% of military helmets, about 80% of military armor. They make most of military vehicle parts, license plates. They make all this stuff, and they make it for about 25 cents an hour, which is basically slave wages. So if you were of the certain mind, you could say that prison is the new slave labor, which it kind of is. And the reason that I would say that legalizing marijuana, while it would stop people from, stop people from going to jail for possession, you're not actually saving money there. You're actually kind of losing money in that field anyway, because that's a bunch of free slave labor that you're getting rid of. But
kind of losing money, but having more people in the economy paying taxes is also a big deal.
yeah, no, like I said, you will make loads of money if you legalize marijuana.
Yeah,
It won't be good for
yeah, because
marijuana
I mean,
users,
I'm not even,
but, yeah.
I'm not even talking like marijuana taxes. I'm just talking people not being in jail are instead productive members of society in most cases.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
means
Yeah.
that the government makes money off of them. Like when you're in prison, your assets are at a standstill, which is bad for the economy. You're not paying taxes. You're not making money every year and paying a portion of it to the government. So it's tough to say. You might be right, but there's other things to consider than just losing that labor as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. Well, next. Oh, I guess I haven't answered what I would do. Mandatory prostitutes.
Mandatory prostitutes.
I wouldn't make. Okay,
Mandatory.
you don't make people prostitute. You don't force them into the sex trade. You just say everyone has to have some sex at least once a week.
That's not not mandatory prostitution.
Terrible
at all.
idea. This is maybe the
That's-
worst idea.
Yeah.
No, it's a good idea. Actually,
Yeah, okay.
everyone has to have some sex with me at least once a week.
Yeah. Well,
I'd be a
Dude,
busy
That
man.
sounds like something you would want if you went to gay school. I don't know.
this is why Cam is not in charge of anything ever.
I went to hate school.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's not. Let's
Okay,
just
so
not.
Yeah, let's just.
By the way,
Uh,
hold on. I want to clarify those numbers because I just looked it up in Wikipedia. Anyway, the exact numbers are 754 Americans per 100,000 citizens are in jail. So, ridiculous numbers.
That's
Math.
really bad.
Yeah, it's the highest of any country. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really bad.
it's pretty ridiculous.
thoughts on Devil May Cry?
This is exactly why Cam isn't a mod. Yes, because this is a good question.
What?
No
Forced
thoughts.
prostitution? Chustion?
Because you make insane decisions whenever you have the slightest bit of power.
Yep.
That's it. You're an airplane.
Exactly.
If I had wizard powers, you would so be an airplane right now.
Just
Yeah.
ruin his entire
I'm surprised
Yeah.
that wasn't his one thing that he would do as Emperor of the United States.
Yeah, it's, everybody's an airplane.
Actually, airplanes for everyone. That would be great.
Yeah, that would hardly
That
cost
wouldn't be
anything.
expensive.
Yeah.
or
Everyone gets
space
their
consuming.
own personal airplane.
Yeah, I'm not even sure there's room in the United States for everybody to park an airplane.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, New York City alone is pretty hard to find parking.
Yeah, and we'd have to start
There's just, like,
using the
stacks
Middle
of
East a
airplanes piled up in the streets.
lot. Yeah, like multi-level parking garages for airplanes, just taking up the entire Midwest.
And you have to just you have to land it perfectly, get right in the parking garage and just
Well, they'd have to be
sideways.
What kind of plane is that you can turn the thrust down and sort of hover a little bit? So you,
that's a Harrier.
yeah,
That's a jet. Sorry.
yeah, it's,
well-
it's a type of jet. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a Harrier jet.
Yeah, it's a Harrier.
yes.
Yeah,
Both of those
Yeah.
things that you said.
they would need to be those.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Or we could all have Ospreys.
Or just a
That'd be
fucking
awesome.
flying car. Can we just have flying cars already? That's
Yeah,
what
come
I wanna
on.
know.
A flying car.
I want some flying cars because I was when I was a child, I was promised in the year 2000 we'd have flying cars, and it is 13 years later, and we are nowhere near closer to flying cars.
People
I'm
really
upset.
tell you that in the early '90s.
They did, and I believed them
Wow.
because I was a small
That is-
child.
Well, technically, we have flying buses right now.
You mean planes?
Yeah,
mean-
exactly.
Yeah, cool.
I guess.
So we
You
just
know what I
need,
really
like-
want more of is maglev stuff.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
That shit is awesome.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool stuff. Yeah, they were gonna make a maglev train from New York to China. That was supposed to take 2 hours to get there, which is crazy pants. So
Yeah,
that's gonna be
yeah.
cool stuff.
That would be so good.
Oh,
man.
so wait, Wolf, are you late for your stream?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. Yeah.
I'm just making sure.
Shh, don't spoil it, Zen. Jesus.
No, Emerson.
It's
Emerson wrote in the chat.
Yeah, Emerson's all spoiling and everything.
Oh, girl.
Girl,
Next
I know. I was
question.
talking to Shaniqua the other day, and I
Oh,
should
here we go.
Don't you start with me, Wolf. Thoughts on Devil May Cry?
The new one?
I never played it.
I know
Yes,
nothing
the new
about
one.
it.
I don't know anything about it either, except watching a bit of Northern Lions video.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I watched 15 minutes and then I had to go, and I still don't know anything about it.
Did you guys not watch his review? It was a 6-minute review.
Was it only 6 minutes? I started watching the first look, not the review.
Yeah, you should watch the review. It was really good. Not to,
I
suck
should do
Northern
that.
Lion stick, because, I mean, that's what this whole goddamn podcast is all the time. But, I mean, no, seriously, like, that was
no,
really
oh,
good.
no, Lion. Oh,
No,
God.
but it was really good. And that's the kind of content that I want to see. And actually, I commented on it saying that that there's not enough media outlets anymore that give me a concise review that has a real opinion. And it isn't just like IGN like, oh, I love this game, 10 out of 10.
11 out of 10. Game of the year. Fucking.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's nice seeing a concise review. And it was really good. And he's going to do another review soon, which I hope to do in the future as well. Just saying. But, you should watch it.
Yeah, it definitely... Yeah, it slipped my mind. It's not like I intentionally didn't watch it. I just didn't have time.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
It was definitely good. I mean, I haven't played the new Devil May Cry at all. I played the Devil May Cry series, though, and it looks pretty much no different from the rest of Devil May Cry, except for they added really lame characters and shitty cutscenes. That's the only difference. I mean, like, Devil May Cry 3 starts with a really badass cutscene, if you guys ever played that. Like, I don't know if you guys played that.
No.
I
Okay.
didn't.
Well, it's basically Dante's just eating some pizza, and then all of a sudden some demons burst through his door and stab him a bunch of times, and he's just like, fuck you, demons, and he just starts murdering them all, and then you start killing them. And then the cutscene ends with, like, him still eating his pizza, and after he's murdered all the demons. It's pretty badass.
Very nice.
Yeah.
There we
But
go.
they made Dante into, like, a dirty emo now, and yeah.
Oh, God.
he's just like, fuck you guys. I don't even want to do anything.
You guys don't understand what it's
You
like.
demons don't understand me, okay? Ugh.
You're not my real mom, Satan. Yeah.
You're not my real mom.
So that's her thoughts on Devil May Cry. You're not my real mom, Satan.
Well, yeah, that's the point, though. Midjamu, who plays Devil May Cry for the characters. Exactly. That's the thing, is like, then why shove 20-minute cutscenes in my face? It's because I don't. I play it for the combat. And the combat seems fun. So, I mean, it looks cool, but it just seems like the regular Devil May Cry with a bunch of shitty cutscenes now. So,
Yep.
So if the Binding of Isaac playable characters were real, which one would you like to beat the shit out of?
What?
Eve.
They're all small children.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care. Fuck Eve.
No, it doesn't have
I
to
don't
be
care if she's a woman.
playable
I don't
character.
care if she's a child. I don't care if she's a child with AIDS. Fuck Eve.
wow.
It's not her fault she sucks. It's like saying, the kid's a cripple. It's like, fuck that kid. They can't do anything right. They can't even climb stairs. I'm gonna beat
You
the
don't
shit
beat
out
up
of
cripples, loser.
them. Yeah. Okay.
Cripple
Yeah, I don't know.
Five.
I don't really want to beat the shit out of any of the Isaac characters. They all have very tragic stories.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
they're all
Isaac
yeah.
wearing. Yeah, exactly. They're all Isaac wearing different wigs and hats and shit.
Yeah. Different
Yep.
stages of depression.
Yep.
I think I could beat up all of them simultaneously. Because all they do is cry on you. And
Yeah,
they're just
exactly.
babies.
Yeah.
You just kick them in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Watch,
a Louis
one of them's
C.K.
gonna have
bit
Dr. Fetus and
about that.
Yeah, what of Mom's knife.
yeah, this kid's gonna shank you in the back. Yep.
Yep.
Next question.
So that was a good question.
Opinions on Bully. When that came out, there was a huge controversy.
Wait, the game
I
or
remember
the
that.
movie?
I never played it.
I
the
haven't
game.
played it.
Probably the game.
Oh,
I
the
guess.
game. Oh.
I never played it.
Yeah, I actually never played it either, but I really wanted to. It looked really fun.
I thought it looked cool as well, but I didn't own the system it was on. What was it? PS2?
Yeah, yep. It came
Yeah.
out on PC as well. That was back when Rockstar was actually a nice company.
Yeah, I never had a gaming PC until like a year ago, and I didn't have a PS2 either, so I never got to play it.
I played a little bit of it on, I think it was on my Xbox, and it wasn't like, GTA or anything like that. The worst thing I can see about it that, mothers may have qualms about is just, it encourages bullying, I guess. But it doesn't. It is just like a
Yeah.
video game.
Yeah, I mean,
you get
whatever.
to be a bully. You get to be a bully because you're not a bully. That's why
Don't
you
play
it.
bully. Don't play bully, because then your kids are going to be bullies. Just buy them Torture Murder Fest instead.
Torture murder
Yeah.
fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was actually a good point made
Okay.
by I forget who. Someone said it. I think someone actually might have mentioned it to me on Twitter. But it's just like you know what the problem with like people are always just like, oh, M-rated games are making our kids violent. It's like, yeah, well, guess what? M rating means over 18, so stop buying your shitty kids over 18
Whoa.
games.
Rob, you just blew my mind.
No, but I mean, like, that's the thing. It's just like, oh, these really violent video games. Like, the games that they're supposed to play are not really violent. It's like Mario. Well, I mean, Mario's pretty
Yeah.
violent. He does go ahead and
Mario's some
he
dark
commits
shit,
like
dude.
mass genocide. Like the people in the
Mass-
original Mario, like the Koopas and the Goombas and stuff, they're just walking. Like they're not even trying to
They're
actively
fucking walking
hit
around,
Mario.
dude.
Yeah. I remember there was some kind of animal rights group who was really pissed off about Mario, like way back.
Probably
because
Probably
of the,
Peter.
Turbo Turtles.
Yeah, PETA was really angry
Probably
at Ed McMillan for Super Meat Boy, so he made Super Tofu Boy.
Super Tofu Boy. Oh,
Oh,
my god.
man, yeah.
We can talk about the Pokemon Black and Blue too.
You guys know you can play as Tofu Boy and Meat Boy, right?
Yeah, and he's awful.
Yeah, it's a terrible character.
I just had this picture of two Goombas just walking around with some pipes in between. And there's like, dude, it's a fucking great day, isn't it? Yeah, it's like the sun's out. It never rains here. It's great. And he's like, oh, what's that noise? Ba-ding, ba-ding. And they just get fucking
Yeah.
smashed. I have a weird mind. Shut
So,
up. Next
quick
question.
question. Oh, sorry, go on, Zen.
No, unfortunately for those poor Goombas, though, it's not like they just get stepped on. They get hit by fireballs, somebody swings a tail in their face, somebody throws a hammer in their face, somebody smashes into them with a
Yeah,
turtle
it's
shell,
terrible.
was bad
somebody
life.
throws them to space. You know,
I mean, they also have no depth perception because they just walk off ledges and shit too.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Okay, well, to a certain
It's like
degree they're
terrible
asking
life.
for it, right?
Yeah, I get. I mean, but like Koopas literally just walk back and forth. They're not even actively seeking out. I mean, only by the time you get to like World 5 do you see people trying to murder Mario, and that's like Hammer Bros. That's probably
Yeah.
in response to Mario going around and murdering their homeland.
Yeah, they're probably the
Yeah,
police.
right, exactly. Yeah.
Lakitu is like the camera, like the cop camera.
The
Yeah, right,
helicopter,
exactly,
Yeah.
I don't know. Weren't there
It's like, there he is.
flying bullets?
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
People try and
Yeah.
kill Mario all the time.
But that's
I mean-
later on. That's later on in the game.
Yeah, that's after he
That's in
murders all
response to
the
him
nice
murdering
forest
everything.
creatures.
Well, there's also a Bowser is trying to kill him pretty clearly.
Yeah,
What if
Yeah.
Bowser's a good?
Well, actually, Bowser's kind of like Bane in that he's trying to murder Mario's soul by stealing his girl.
that's true. Yeah.
There could be no
The fire flower rises.
there could be no true despair without hope.
Anyway, so can this one's quick. Can everyone do your best Snape impression?
Nope.
Guardium Leviosa.
Not Snape.
I don't know.
Weasley.
Ronald Weasley.
Beulah?
Ronald
Beulah?
Weasley.
I don't know anything about Snape.
I killed Dumbledore.
Spoilers.
Okay.
Come on, Cam. Jeez.
Come on.
Okay, fine. I'll mix it with a fake spoiler. Come here, Harry Potter.
Oh
No,
come on.
okay, we don't.
Okay.
There's a famous,
Wait.
infamous Snape rape scene.
Yep.
Yeah, Snape rape.
Snape is actually probably one of like the best characters in Harry Potter. Like, just awesome.
Have you
next
ever heard of the
question.
Snape
Yep.
wives? The Snape
what?
wives. It's a bunch of people who got internet notoriety for marrying Snape in their minds, like a bunch of women. And so they
Are there women who aren't like that?
Oh god. No, go Google it. Basically, they started pledging their allegiance to Snape, their everlasting love of Snape, and then, marriage vows on their little forum and so on and so forth. And that leaked out in the greater internet, and lots of people came and laughed at them.
Cool.
Yeah. That sounds really
Yep.
dumb.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
if you're willing to put that
Yes.
on the internet, then,
Yep.
you better be willing to get laughed at, because you don't imagine
Yeah.
marrying someone, an imaginary person, and then not get laughed at. Especially when you
Yep.
post it on the internet. Next question. How many... Oh, God. Why did I copy this question? How many kids would Rapist Cam rape if Rapist Cam could rape kids? None!
Wow.
None at all!
Yep. That's
I love my favorite part is the implication that Cam can't rape kids. He's incapable
Oh
of it.
dear.
yeah. Let's just, yeah.
Okay,
let's move on.
important question. Is Rob gay? Yes.
Yeah.
Next question.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. This is the last question. Holy shit, this was quick. Yeah, I put all.
Yeah,
the
it's only
stupid
been like 40 minutes since we started.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I put all the filler questions at the end, planning on sprinkling them throughout, and then I never did that.
Yeah, that's good.
But why is Cam not a mod? We need to address this issue. Why am I not a mod?
We actually addressed this earlier. It's because
yeah, we
every
just
time
explained
you
that
have
earlier.
power, you do something insane.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot.
Yep. That's because you're
Damn.
insane.
Damn you people!
You people, come on, Cam.
Yeah, here we
That
go.
is
Oh,
not
Cameron.
Jesus.
Oh,
Racist
man.
guy.
Now he's just saying it to get a reaction out of us. He just wants attention.
Yeah.
Oh, and people also want to know Dota 2 fan play.
We've done that.
Dota 2 is
That's
not
not-
really a good game for
It's
that.
not, yeah.
That's also not a
Dude.
question.
Yeah.
Dude, what do you...
Okay, fine. People want to know Dota 2 fan play?
We can do that with Chivalry. Like, I think that would be cool.
Yeah, Chivalry.
Yeah,
for
we've done
sure.
that
I mean,
with
yeah.
Chivalry.
But Dota only has you only have 4 people.
Yeah.
And if we're all in the same, we generally all play Dota together with all 5 of us.
Right.
Dennis being the 5th.
Like, you guys could form a team to fight us.
Yeah.
With your powers combined, you'll probably be able to beat us because we're all terrible at Dota.
Yeah, I was about to say, we'd probably lose like crazy.
But
awful.
yeah, we're just look for the team. We Are Girls. That's our team name.
It's true, yeah.
And,
Yeah, we are girls
Find us.
with R as just the letter R, and also girls is spelled URLZ.
With
There's
a
no
G
G
in the beginning.
Girls?
Yeah. It's silent.
Well, I
It's
mean,
girls.
yeah, I guess you're right.
It's a silent
Silent
G.
I-
Yeah.
We don't have G's in Canada, so
Yeah.
You really
Tough.
don't.
yeah. Except
The
for
only
me, I'm a
OGs
G.
are in America.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about Dota, though, is trolling anybody on our team and the entire enemy team who's not in the Skype call by pretending to be a girl.
Yeah, I actually
Just
did
like,
that.
just like a vapid, intellectually vacant 14-year-old girl. It's
Yeah.
great. Like,
Yeah,
people
I-
react in very funny ways.
Well, we were doing that in that game, and then they were like, "Oh, you're streaming," because one guy actually looked me up
Oh.
on YouTube,
God.
and he was like, "Oh yeah, you're definitely a girl. Go check
Yeah,
out
nice
his YouTube
YouTube.
channel."
Yeah, that was
That's
pretty
funny.
funny.
And then he actually commented on
We
my
were-
video saying,
Oh my god,
Yeah.
we were actually streaming a very competitive game of Dota 2. It was a very close game.
And Cam told
and
them
I was
the stream
streaming it.
URL.
And Cam told him that we were streaming it and gave them the link
Oh
to the
my
channel.
god.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
would come and watch the positions of all of our people. Oh my god, it was insane.
It was the dumbest thing. Actually, I ended up stopping the stream because I didn't want them to win because it was a really close game.
Yeah.
"Yeah,
No, that's Cameron for
Yeah,
you.
my bad.
That's
My bad,
another
guys.
reason not to give Ken any control over anything.
Yep.
accept moderator status."
Nope.
No.
Especially
that.
not that.
Yeah.
Especially.
That's a really bad idea.
That's it. That's it.
That's it. That's the end of the podcast. Probably. We're out of questions.
Snakeporn.com. Cameron just linked in Twitch chat.
Did you just ban him again?
Don't you
Good
ban
job,
me.
Good job. It's too late. It's too late.
I just realized that my chat window actually stopped. I didn't realize that for like half
Yeah.
hour.
Twitch chat is pretty shitty.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Last Green Dancing Zen Patrol.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
a good name.
Made the cat
Yep.
face.
When everyone else is dead, only I will be left, and I will be green and dancing.
Yeah.
And on patrol.
And patrolling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Patrolling,
you got to
yes.
patrol. Yeah, that's an important factor.
Green, are you going to buy the Binding of Isaac Most Unholy Edition? I probably should do that, actually. I need to look into exactly what is going to change. I need to make sure that I can still do Cheat Engine after installing that, because that would be a tragedy if I installed that and could never do Cheat Engine again.
It doesn't change anything.
So.
It just gives you a bunch of stuff. Like they just have.
It gives you Wrath of the Lamb version 1.5.
Oh, does it really?
It
Yeah.
does,
Are you
yes.
sure?
Yeah, there's changes in it. Yes.
Huh.
And he's not. bringing those
Kempo Ben
changes
says
to-
that you can. He's done it. So cool, I'll definitely look into that. Thank you.
So wait, what changes are there? Why weren't they brought to the version we all have?
Apparently, the Nun's Habit is now, like, it only gives you the amount of charges you would get for completing a room, instead of just half charge. Which is a really good change. That's the only one I've heard of.
Oh man, Emerson just
But why is that not coming to? Is he not going to update the actual game with that update?
Yeah, I don't think he is. I think it has something to do with flash limitations. I'm not really sure. Because
So-
that was his reason for not updating the Isaac before, is that, like, every time he updated, shit would break.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It might have something to do with the digital, like, attempting to update the game. I don't know. Who knows?
Emerson just
Hey, it
posted a
doesn't-
picture of me beating up cripples.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Wow.
Did he?
Yep.
So-
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
is that
there he
is
is.
that a portrait actually? Because weren't you there taking pictures of me when I was doing that the other day, Emerson?
Yep. That's actually a picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Looks good.
Well done. That's very true to life.
Okay, so anything else?
No,
No?
I think that's the end. Why don't
That
you
is
guys
the end
plug
of
your,
the lightning round.
Yeah, I got to go eat something and then go back to work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
also have
I've-
a terrible stomachache, by the way, that I've been struggling with for the past half hour. But I
Oh,
got
I'm
through
sorry.
it for
Oh.
you guys.
Oh,
What if I-
It's
that's
like
the,
I've been wriggling in my chair. Dennis can tell you. It's been really terrible.
That's the
Oh.
tapeworm of death that I put in your sandwich the other day, Rob.
Wow. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
The tapeworm of
Yeah.
death.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna die soon then, huh?
No, it's a slow suffering until you die of natural causes.
Ah. Okay.
I don't think that would constitute natural.
No,
If you,
it doesn't ever kill him. It just makes him extremely uncomfortable for his entire life.
That would suck. I would just kill
Yeah.
myself after a point. Really.
Yeah.
Or I guess get
Well,
used to it.
cool. That's a good note to end the podcast on.
Yeah, we always end the podcast this way, don't
Yeah,
we?
Cam just like flails around trying to find something weird to say right at the end.
Yeah, and then we end up like.
Why don't you guys plug your channels?
Lost that sentence. Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
Alpaca Patrol.
Anytime now.
Me first. All right.
Alpaca Patrol.
Yeah, so I just got my new computer today. Like, I set it up, like, maybe 3 hours ago. And I'm on it right now, and it is fucking balling. So, so now I will finally have new videos on my channel that isn't just Isaac. I have just installed... well, so far I only have Isaac and Dota 2 installed. But I'm gonna have XCOM, Don't Starve, probably Assassin's Creed 3 if people want it. And other stuff. I mean, I have loads of things that I could do. I could even do a Walking Dead full Let's Play, because I did buy that game and I'm going to play it. I don't know. I might just live stream that whole thing. I don't know. Lots of things in the near future. And cool stuff shall abound, I think. And it's youtube.com/Alpaca Patrol, or you can find me on Twitter at Alpaca Patrol. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Austin?
Yeah, well, as I mentioned earlier in this podcast, I have a cool announcement that I just posted a video on my channel. I will be doing a lot more live streaming. In fact, I will be live streaming every single night at 7 o'clock
Wow.
Central, and except on Fridays, which will be right after the podcast. So, yeah, in fact, actually, I'm going to do the test recording for the next 3 days. It's going to start officially on Monday, but after the podcast tonight, I think we all wanted to play Dota, if I remember correctly.
I'm probably done.
We might be playing Dota.
No.
If not, then I'll probably be playing something like Borderlands But yeah, basically every night at 7 o'clock Central, I will be streaming a game, sometimes Dota, sometimes something. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. So stick around after the podcast, move over to my Twitch channel, which I'll type into the chat now. And I think we'll have these guys over here, except Zen, who has to go work as well. So yeah, I'm excited about that for sure.
Okay.
Zen?
Okay, yeah. My channel is Zen and Cyrene. So that's CYRRENE. And my channel right now is just focused on The Binding of Isaac and also weird games that I find around the internet. But I've been trying to finish up my old Let's Plays, which I put aside, as we mentioned earlier in the podcast. So more weird games. If you want to see stuff and see me just go crazy or just slap my forehead, that'll be a place to go.
And I am currently dancing Cam. Right now, I'm putting up a bunch of videos where I'm just kind of just getting frustrated in every single one of them. Either by my friends here or, just on my own in Pikmin and in other Flash games and stuff like Don't Starve today was pretty stressful. I could not kill that turkey. I chased him around for an entire day. I found him in the morning, and I couldn't kill him until the night. And I still didn't kill him. So, that's what my channel is in a nutshell, killing a turkey.
Also, people are pointing out in the chat we should plug Emerson Kitson, who makes some really awesome animations of the podcast. So if you enjoy the podcast, you'll probably enjoy seeing his animated renditions. He has, I think, 2 up. Maybe 3? No, just 2 up so far. He also does the Saving Progress podcast, and those are all hilarious as well. So check him out, youtube.com/Emerson Kitson.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Emerson is the tits. Like, seriously.
He's got tits.
He has tits as well. I mean, he is and has the tits. So,
Yep.
2 of them, Emerson says.
He's
actually.
the alpha and the omega of tits.
Really, yeah.
All right, thank you guys for
All right,
watching.
then.
We'll see you next time.
I like
All right,
tits.
see you next time.
Good night.
Boobs.
Tits.